Hey, what's up, ecosystem? Welcome back to ATI, the car shipping business channel. My name is Jay. You know, my goal every Tuesday night is to bring you another trade show level business presentation to you wherever you are, because your automotive business deserves the latest in transportation news. And if you're busy, and I know you are, in a minute I'm going to give the welcome show lineup. If you're watching on demand, you'll be able to skip ahead by using the clickable video timecode links in the video description below. Please do use those. Tell your friends, leave a comment, remember to like, share. Thanks for watching ATI. So what is China, Brazil, lithium, Tesla, vessel shipping, chip shortage, consumer sentiment, inventory, interest rates, and diesel fuel all have in common? As we move into next year, what are you expecting to see more of, and what are you expecting to change? What is your 2023 industry outlook? That's what we're going to look at and talk about tonight. And how do you plan to stay in business? Rosy start, I know. But tonight, Ty and I are going to start with global issues and then bring it back home to the roots of transportation, carriers, brokers, dealers, and auctions. So please, join the live chat, ask your questions, share your thoughts, grow your business, break out of your vertical, because it's Tuesday nights live on ATI Auto Business. I'm your host, Jay. Welcome back to the show. What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for taking the time. It almost feels like the old days when, it was transportation this and transportation that, and a little bit of politics, weather. It'd be kind of like a traditional trucking radio show on the, well, it's not even on the radio anymore. It's on the IP address stuff. Whatever, wherever you are, however you're watching, listening, absorbing, and consuming, I want you to feel welcome. Please do feel welcome. This is ATI Auto Business. This channel is agnostic. We're for everybody. Carriers, dealers, brokers, dispatchers, everyone you love and everyone you hate. This is the channel. So please do say hello and jump in the live chat and let us know what you're looking for, or maybe tell us something you ate. Whatever it is, just please do say hello and feel free to share this and, walk in and out. It's like a saloon. And in the saloon, we have industry news. And we're going to do, this is going to get a little weird. Tonight's going to get a little squirrely. But that's okay, because this is Ty's show, and we'll just blame it on Ty. But we'll do some crazy industry news, and then we'll bring in Ty, and then we're just going to do 2023 industry outlook, me and Ty. This will be like a Jay and Ty meeting introspective. What are you expecting to see more of, and what are you expecting to change? I know that, Cyber Monday, I don't know the numbers on Black Friday, but I'm assuming a lot of people got hurt. But I know that I heard Cyber Monday was predicted to be another 5% bigger than before, which might be the final push of great sales left in 2022. I don't know. We'll see. It depends on what, again, what media outlet you consume, absorb. And what we're going to do, we're going to go a little bit outside of our normal scope. It's going to get a little global. It's going to get a little awkward. We might even get demonetized tonight. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to play our cards as best as we can because, this is a crazy world. So I'll tell you what, do me a favor. Please keep jumping in the live chat. Thank you very much. We're going to go into the live chat right after this, so stick around. We'll be right back.
Everybody wants to be part of a bigger story. Auto transport is a vital part of that story. Vehicle reconditioning starts when your transport arrives at the dealership. The story starts with you. For our auto retail customers, as yours, full satisfaction.
Why is auto shipping such a challenge? If shipping cars is part of your job, you've wasted time assigning and tracking shipments, waited around while deadlines are missed, and struggled getting anyone to answer your questions. And if you're a carrier moving cars, you've wasted time with bad contact info and shipments that aren't available, waited around for help locating vehicles and receiving payments, and struggled getting anyone to answer your questions. At PAL, we integrate systems for seamless API automations, provide daily email updates, custom portals and reporting, provide ACH quick pays, and we never hide from any questions. Join the auto logistics revolution because it's time to do things better. Preowned Auto Logistics, vehicle transportation made safe, reliable, and easy.
Preowned Auto Logistics provides car shippers with experienced professional drivers, a fully insured modern fleet, and friendly, knowledgeable customer service. Visit preownedautologistics.com. Links in the live chat. Let's go into the live chat. Let's say hello. Let's see what's going on. I'm going to bring this back to the top. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, Kimberly got in here first. Welcome to Tuesday Nights Live. We're glad you are here. We're certainly glad you are here joining us. And it is that strange time of the year, that final push. Right, everybody knows this. 1 month left in the year, and then reboot, restart, blank paper, not sure. Mark Rodeke, Superflow Systems in the house. What's up, Mark? Thanks for tuning in, saying hello. Hey, Matt Majeski of ACV is here. Awesome. Thanks, Matt. That's great. Thanks for saying hello and tuning in. Just go ahead and give an applause for ACV. Pamela Patton was on the show. Did you see Pamela Patton from ACV on the show last week? That was great. Got to hang out with Pamela, learn more about ACV, and lots of tech initiatives and cool stuff happening at ACV. Chris Chamberlain, what's going on? Making martinis in the live chat. I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Everything goes back into the channel, and we sure do appreciate your help. Maybe even is there an I Believe in ATI initiative? Yeah, there is. We're working on t-shirts. JJ the Outlaw. Hey, what's up, JJ? Thanks for tuning in, saying hello. And please let us know what's on your mind. Our goal tonight is to, stir up the pot a little bit. We know that there's a lot of pot stirring out there, and the last thing you need is probably further help in stirring the pot. But yeah, some weird stuff going on globally, so we're going to go ahead and add that to the show tonight. What else do we have here? Oh, Carlos Braxton is here. What's up, Carlos? Part of the core. Thanks so much. Carlos would love to know what's going on your side of the world at ACB Logistics. And then Chris, Chris, we're looking for some input from you, Chris. Yeah. Well said. Ariel Trades. Ariel Trades, what's up? Okay. Long-time listener, first-time caller. That's cool. Very cool. Yeah, she did. She was great. She really was great. Actually, that last Tuesday night show, we talked about used car week nonstop. And obviously when we're there and, I reconnect. In fact, I've got emails to reply to, which is great. I love that. You go to the trade show, you make a lot of contacts, and then you got to reply. And, you got to contact anybody that you said you'd touch base with. You really got to try to do that. Try to prioritize that. And then some of them actually reply, and then you got to prioritize that, which now I'm behind on. I got to do that tomorrow. And that goes for anybody that's building a business and networking. When I was a dispatcher, I don't know when it occurred to me. Hey, what's up, Seltzer's Transport? I don't know when it occurred to me, and I don't remember what it was. But I realized when I was dispatching that all those rows of cars that I'd booked on my spreadsheet contained a broker or a contact that we were hauling for. And I realized, oh my gosh, that is my list of follow-ups. I need to call these folks. Then once I realized that, I thought, what am I going to say? And that is great. This is a great problem to have. You are on the road to building a Rolodex, whatever that looks like. Because that's what you want to do. That is what you want to do. It may seem hard, it may seem strange, but that's what you want to do. Peterson Ranch Life. What's up, Peterson Ranch Life? Man, thank you so much. I really appreciate you tuning in and saying hello. And what's on your mind? I'm gonna get to the news here pretty soon. Danny B's here. What's up, Danny B? I love the live chat. Try to make it last a little. Here, let's put it back on the screen if you love it so much, Jay. It's just that, obviously I set up this show so that, if nobody says anything and I just talk the whole time. But I really do want to know, what issues are you following? Is it the soccer football game, the World Cup? Is it Olympics? Is it protests? Is there a country you're watching? Does it have to do with used cars or inventory or shipping or driver shortage or chip shortage or batteries or Tesla semi or, what? Consumer sentiment, interest rates, auto loans. I mean, there is a lot of stuff to watch. Or are you busy Christmas shopping? Or are you just borrowing next month's insurance? Are you right? There we go. Ty's talking about the economy. I mean, what are you talking about? When you're, and I've noticed this too. I think it's strange, but it makes sense. I'm noticing on what is it again? What's the Apple? Ty, what's that? Oh, the Clubhouse, right? On the Clubhouse. As your grandfather would say, on the Clubhouse thing. So on the Clubhouse thing, I'm noticing what would otherwise be a used car group is talking about I don't know, George Floyd or how about the thing in Iran and the protests and she was just wearing her hijab wrong. Anyways, they're just so far off the regular topic because there's just so much going on. And even the China stuff. We got some crazy China video coming up. So I'll tell you what. Ponder that stuff. Heat up your burritos and keep the live chat going. Or just listen. Just kick back. While you're driving. Autonomously. I don't know. But I'll do this. I'll come back. Get ready. We got some weird stuff coming up. We'll be right back.
Transport Auto Quoter is by far the leading auto quoting software on the market and the only auto quoter with a pro version that comes preset with accurate pricing for anywhere in the U.S. So you don't have to worry about it. The best part is that no change with your current software is needed. Just plug TAQ in and start booking jobs. Carriers can easily plug TAQ into their current websites and start making money right away. I bet you're wondering how we do this instantly and accurately 24/7. Well, constant analytics is the key. Our PriceWatch team is constantly monitoring current market conditions, paying close attention to seasonal and quick-moving industry changes. At the end of the day, it takes a lot of time and data to maintain good pricing, time that most of us just don't have on a daily basis. So free yourself up. Using TAQ Pro is really a no-brainer. Save time and money, maximizing your leads and optimizing your online investments. You'll finally be able to sleep well at night knowing that TAQ is on the job selling for you 24/7. Never missing a potential job.
Searching for that midnight auto shipping quote and new leads software that you can trust? Provide instant, accurate quotes online with Transport Auto Quoter and move cars fast with Pro ABD CRM. Visit superflowsystems.com. Links are in the live chat, and there's Mark in the live chat. Thank you so much, Mark, making the martinis. Really do appreciate your contribution to ATI. Thank you so much. Pro ABD and TAQ, awesome business. By the way, Mark is going to be on Friday on Cars on the Move. Can a carrier be the broker? Perfect timing. Awesome. Let's do some industry news. Here we go. Okay, this is show 270 in a row on ATI Tuesday Nights Live, 2023 Industry Outlook. Now, it's an interesting graphic. Go ahead and take that in. You know? It's like smelling a pizza. Not good. Not great. Not great. Last week we had Used Car Evolution 2022. That was a great show. If you missed it, I highly recommend. This show really gives a perspective on what we did at Used Car Week. Great show. Love it. Thank you. And then before that, we had the Titans of car shipping. That show was being talked about at Used Car Week. How cool is that? We look forward to seeing more Titans on ATI. And yes, we were live in Used Car Week, and some great videos. When you see this, you know you're watching live coverage at a trade show. We talk about the front of the store, back of the store. Mic check 1, 2, 3. We're okay? Let me know if the audio's okay. Thank you so much. And tonight's show is no exception, because what is your business plan? And are you staying on one side of the store? Don't do that. Go around, walk around to the other side and see what's going on there. You're going to learn a lot. We promise. If you're not ready to do that, watch ATI. We'll teach you how. We look at the ecosystem as a whole, and tonight's show is no different. Really looking at a lot of it and trying to just see, because I know that, this is where, on Facebook, on the Facebook groups, we see a couple things. One, we see just a lot of equipment-related conversation, and then the other one is like a lot of global stuff. We're going to try and mix them together in one large bowl. Let's go ahead and roll the video. Are you ready for this? All right, hold on to your boots. Here we go. Okay. Let's go to the next video. I'm just gonna say I think we got it, and I know that's pretty rough, but let's do this one. Now, I think the relevance is not since Tiananmen Square have we seen this level of, well, Chinese protest coverage. It's not something you see. Like, they don't like that. In fact, They don't like it so much that this was the response. Yeah. So yeah. So there's that. But wait, there's more. So it's being talked about, and what's interesting is you're going to see a lot of this on Twitter, which brings us into Elon. And so here's something else we see. These protesters holding up blank pieces of paper. Now, this interpretation was that they're demanding a new start. I saw another interpretation that said that they want, more freedom of speech. And hang on there, Lloyd. Jump right in. Thank you so much for saying hello. We're going to bring this back home, I promise. Oh, not that. Here we go. But we got to kind of look at the global picture. Oh, here we go. Here was, I guess, what did they do, Ty? By the way, Ty made me share all this. I guess they closed the doors for COVID, but then there was a fire. So that's bad. And look at the tweets and retweets and all this. I mean, it's really, again, this is China doesn't really like this. And here's probably the craziest, if it wasn't crazy enough. 1984 is coming to a China near you. This is a quarantine camp in Guangzhou, I believe it is. Has over 245,000 beds. 130,000 hospital isolation wards, and over 100,000 are for people who are infected but have no symptoms of COVID. So, a COVID camp. This is, my God. Well, they're going to need workers. Anyways, let's go to Brazil. Brazil, for the 29th consecutive day, Brazilian people are on the streets asking for armed forces for help. Protesters demand the ineligibility of candidate Lula. Man, this guy, what a peach. But he won the election. And here's what's really troubling, Ty, is that, I mean, well, this is why I don't do this. Brazil's election was tampered by with woke judges. Brazil is on the verge of revolution. Millions of people upset about the election outcomes. Outcome? Man, okay. Iran, this was running yesterday. The Iran soccer team, I suppose, had been threatened ahead of the match, which they lost today. The U.S. won 1-0. So, I don't know. I don't know if we're even going to hear the rest of that story. I don't think it'll be good. So, let's go into the markets. Yeah, let's try to get to some finance. So, that's some pretty heavy stuff. But all three major stock indexes dipped Monday as China's decision to stick with severe COVID restrictions and the resultant protests. There stoked fears of new supply chain snarls. See, here you go. Suddenly it's starting to come home. See, with all that crap going on, how's that supply chain doing? One company that's going to be impacted is Apple. The tech giant's share price fell on the news that the unrest will hurt iPhone production. Well, clearly it's got to be stopped. You can't stop iPhone production. Consumer sentiment. The University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index has been below 60 for 7 consecutive months. Let's take a look at that. The prior record was 4 straight months during the 1980 recession. Oh, that's wonderful. And there you can take it all in. Welcome back, National Car Shipping Inc. Got a real joyous show tonight. Well, it's better to do it now than closer to Christmas. I'm probably going to get fired tomorrow. Wow. Travis. For real? Why? I mean, you don't have to broadcast it here, but, I mean, I appreciate you letting us know. Like, this is a community, so, well, maybe there'll be something helpful here tonight. So, thanks for joining. Thanks for letting us know. Might be right in line with all the other wonderful news. Consumers scale back on spending. other than yesterday. October auto defaults make second highest rise of 2022. Here's your auto line. Now, it got about as low as you could go. Of course, that was because there was a moratorium on auto loan defaults, or I think something like that, right? On repo and whatnot. That's the lowest it's ever been, ever. Well, it's going to go back up. Markets year to date. Got this off of that morning brew coffee text thing. Markets year to date. Look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin took a giant dump. Period. But Walmart's up, right? Okay. All right. So we're looking at this. I found this, and I'm trying. I do want to clarify. So this, I guess, this is from July 2022, from this Fedsmith.com, and they're giving a cola update. We're going to talk about what cola is, but basically, I mean, inflation is up, right? News, you know, if you just woke up out of cryogenics, inflation is up. Somebody's Googling cryogenics. Go for it. Man, yeah, absolutely. It's what knowledge and information's all about. Inflation and the 2023 COLA have captured the interest of many readers. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, over the last 12 months, inflation has increased 9%. Okay, now again, that's from July 2022. But again, the largest 12-month increase since 1981. Which we just mentioned was a recession year. 2023 COLA likely to be the largest in 42 years. And they're getting into Social Security, and I'm not going to get in there because we'll never get back out. But COLA is cost of living adjustment. COLA, cost of living adjustment. It's in there with inflation. Inflation. Somebody Google inflation. Let's see. We're going to have to maintain sufficiently high rates through 2023 and 2024, says the Fed. And obviously, right? Twitter. Yeah, because everybody just got off Twitter, right? We're never going to see Twitters and tweets again. Yeah. Good luck with that. Yeah, when the stock market crashes, good luck with that. Oh, how funny. I don't think the Fed cares about the stock market, and until early last year, it was no rate hike until 2023. Read my lips. Since China's internet is suppressed by firewalls and monitors, messages with double meanings that lack obviously flagged keywords are gaining popularity as they're tougher to find and sanitize. Make a note. Since the protests began, social media posts sarcastically repeating words like good or correct have proliferated. Oh, I forgot to share the Chinese, I guess they're like Chinese porn is proliferating to cover the Chinese protests. So you have like good protest, correct protest, ATI Auto Good Correct Business. Let's do some industry news here. Oil freight boom makes $1 million waiting bills more common. Oh, yeah. So, this is crazy. An oil tanker, okay, in the oil tanker market, day rates for delayed vessels, think taxis waiting with the meter on, right? Tanker waiting, have now reached around the $100,000 mark. That's per day. The waiting fees are called demurrage, and it's not unheard of in some locations for the delays to reach 7 to 10 days. That's $100,000 a day. That's how you hit $1 million. Just a tanker waiting. Anybody want to get in on that rig? Weather, logistics. So, Nissan paid almost $150,000 a day to park cars on a ship. Skyrocketing shipping costs are having a huge impact on logistics in the automotive sector and adding to inflation costs. In August, Nissan paid what shipping analysts say was a record $100,000 a day to rent the car carrier Lake Geneva. And don't, that's just, well, I guess it's because of all the other turmoil and the whatnot. This is terrible. In its latest earnings call, Nissan confirmed that it had paid an additional $202 million to ship its cars in the 6 months to the end of September, compared to the same period the year before. Anybody want to get in on that money? You don't see that on the load board. No wonder there's no money left. It all went to shipping, to vessels. In fact, across multiple earnings calls over the past couple weeks, CEOs and chief finance officers groused and grumbled about the cost and difficulty of getting their cars from factory to consumer. So, take a screenshot of that. Next time you can't get another 25 bucks, just read that. However, it's not just shipping that it's experiencing problems. The ports themselves are struggling. The port is suffering a lack of drivers to move cars and containers, affecting many car makers, including BMW, which is facing a 3-month delay to move excess stock. The driver shortage is also preventing manufacturers from moving finished cars across Europe. It's mayhem everywhere. Shipping backlog could mean fewer European cars in the U.S. It always comes back home. Don't think it doesn't. Bremerhaven, Germany's largest roll-on, roll-off port, one of the most important hubs in the global car trade. It's backed up with cars waiting to be shipped off to America and other countries. Backed up possibly for months. These delays are massive. The issue could delay deliveries of cars to the U.S. on a timeline of months. BMW among the hardest hit. 3-month delay for BMW, where cars sit in yards waiting to be fitted with extras. Oh, here we go. There's Morgan. Biden calls on Congress to head off potential rail strike. Now, we heard this recently, but we're not done with rail strike yet. And then you can just hear him saying this with his sunglasses. Let me be clear. A rail shutdown would devastate our economy. Without freight rail, many U.S. industries would shut down. Sunglasses or not, whatever you want to think, yeah, you don't want this rail strike. You don't want it. Send in your comments. It's ATI Auto Business. I see the conversation happening. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, yeah. They have a camera in the truck, yeah. 17 years, 2 million miles, safe driving. I'd probably be flipping it off, too. That totally blows. Somebody call the, call the hazmat dudes. Yeah. Sold my semi because it wasn't getting good fuel mileage. Only went to work here 2 weeks ago. The BMW article. Yeah, let's see. When was that written? That was... Okay, very good. November 10th. Well, I guess that's the backlog. Well, that says BMW. Let's see if we can find the... Well, Nissan, that was... Okay. So the BMW stuff is... Yeah. What is that, 3 weeks ago? Dude, that's an eon ago. That's forever ago. It is how you get your car shipping business news. It's on ATI on Tuesday nights live. I'll tell you what. Why don't you do this? Put it up on the big screen, as Ty said, because it's time to get ready. That's right. Step right up, because every Tuesday I got 5 new questions. That's right. 5 new questions. Are you a car shipping guru? You want to play Ask Larry, powered by ATI and Superflow. All right, so if you paid attention, you got this. All right, you got this. Here we go. Question 1. Why is China in an uproar right now? Is it draconian COVID lockdowns, transgender Winter Olympics, EV car prices, or a U.S. ban on TikTok? COVID, Olympics, EV, or TikTok? Not everybody all at once now. Push it up in the live chat. Why is China in an uproar right now? Is it draconian COVID lockdowns, transgender Winter Olympics, EV car prices, or a U.S. ban on TikTok? Well, there's one guy muzzled in the back that has the answer. You're right. It's transgender EV car prices on TikTok. You got it. Draconian COVID lockdowns. All right. Question 2. Here we go. What is the most appropriate carrier pay amount to ship a 2014 Honda Accord from Mount Prospect, Illinois to Pueblo, Colorado? Is it $450, $615, $805, or $1050? Okay, sedan, used sedan, which means people are going to want it. Illinois to Colorado, it's not going that far. I mean, but Pueblo, Illinois. I'm going to go with $615. I could see it paying more, but yeah, I'll say $615. That's my guess. What do you guys say? Oh, and Lloyd got it. Good job, Lloyd. Olympics. What do you guys think on this? I know Carlos has a nose for getting these pretty close. $1050. Well, again, this is the going market rate. Given, you know, we're going into December. Things pay better going into Colorado than coming out. And it's not that far. It's a used sedan. Carlos has $805. Nice. Ty's got $1050. I'd love to be wrong. I'm a pessimist, though, so I got that working against me. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. First one with that. No, I want that. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's $1050. That's awesome. Fantastic. Good job, Ty. And he even put a rocket. He wasn't messing around. So, all right, cool. Well, here we go. All right, Ty, I expect great things out of you on this one. Question 3. Why is Brazil in an uproar right now? Soccer team lost, EV battery lithium mining, Elon Musk purchased Twitter, or Bolsonaro did not get elected? Oh, Lloyd's got it too. It's a Honda. They'll never pay $1050. That's more than cars. Good one, Travis. Why is Brazil in an uproar right now? Soccer team, lithium mining, Elon Musk, or Bolsonaro? Oh, shoot. All right. I know. Everyone's just chomping at the bit. All right, here we go. Bolsonaro didn't get elected. Well, I guess it depends on... Well, maybe he did get elected. Shoot, maybe the answer is wrong. Dang it. Question 4. Here we go. What is the most appropriate carrier pay amount to ship a 2017 Jeep Renegade from Yuma, Arizona to Royersford, Pennsylvania? Is it $520, $805, $1195, or $1440? 2017 Jeep Renegade, Yuma, Arizona, Royersford, PA. I would like to see $1440, but my pessimism won't let me do it. I'm going to say $1195. But given the other one, I can see it going either way. Carlos, soccer team. Well, truth is that could, yeah, actually that could. Okay, Carlos and Ty both at $1440. Anybody else going once? Going twice. Let's see it. Show me $1440. Oh, man, awesome. That's great. By the way, if any of y'all have one of them extra likes sitting around, we'll take it. Thank you so much. Oh, I forgot to say this. That's right. Please do help us out. You can click share, click copy, grab that YouTube link, click like, text Ty, let him know why you're here, what you need help with. If you just want to talk about, any of these topics tonight, he'd be happy to talk to you about it. Here we go. Question 5. According to tonight's show thumbnail, which commodity has experienced the highest rate of inflation? Meat and poultry, airfares, used cars, or is it gas? Remember that with the 5 things and the whatnots? Which commodity has experienced the highest rate of inflation? On tonight's ATI Auto Business show thumbnail. Meat and poultry, airfares, used cars, or gas? Ty's got gas. Is he right? Anybody else want to jump in there? Twitter? Very good guess. Twitter's a very good guess. Did you see that article about a lady that's working over 72 hours a week? I think she's the VP of customer experience. Lloyd's got gas. Carlos has got meat and poultry. Seems like meat and poultry would be the answer. Man, you're going to have to move to that artificial turkey jerky bacon or whatever that stuff is. All right, here we go. It's gas. Right, everything. It's everything. Yeah, well, the bad news is none of those commodities went down. They all were going up. So, let's do this. I raise a glass to the ELD punch. And, yeah, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to go into Industry News Part 2. Get this thing back on track. And, yeah, stick around. We'll be right back.
McCollister's has been around for over 76 years, and we're known as providing our customers with high-level, white-glove, concierge-style services. We provide our customers solutions in both transportation, logistics, and warehousing.
We take a very different approach than most auto logistics companies. Our approach is one of being consultative and adaptive to the auto industry. Our approach saves time and money while providing tangible data, which helps improve processes.
McCollister's offers a unique tech solution, which we call our AutoVista portal. It's a cloud-based solution. It provides the ability for our dealership partners to access it using any device they want whenever they need.
Most auto logistics companies just want to deliver your car. We want to do more than that. All of those measurements that are important to you to run your business and understand where your costs are, McCollister's AutoVista technology supports that.
It's a car shipping performance data management tool. That's why car dealers love the AutoVista portal by McCollister's Transportation Group. Find out what you're missing. Visit McCollisters.com. Links are in the live chat. In fact, 2 weeks from tonight, we've got McCollister's on ATI, Tuesday nights live, and we're going to learn more about AutoVista portal. We're going to see more AutoVista portal. That's going to be a great show, so looking forward to that. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Thanks again for jumping in the live chat. If you're just joining us, we're going into Industry News Part 2. Here we go. Of course, it's a tweet. It's a tweet by Elon Musk that purchased Twitter, and it's about the Tesla team just completed a 500-mile drive with a Tesla semi weighing in at 81,000 pounds. That's the big news right now. Tesla semi completes first journey hauling full load, and the Tesla semi Class 8 electric truck has successfully completed its first fully loaded long-haul journey on a full charge. The Tesla team just completed a 500-mile drive in a Tesla semi that weighs 81,000 pounds. Musk announced on October 7th that his company's first production Tesla semis will be delivered to soda giant PepsiCo on December 1st. PepsiCo reserved 100 of the electric tractors in 2017. Tesla says it plans to increase manufacturing output of the semi to 50,000 units annually by the end of 2024. Doesn't seem so crazy now. With all the focus on Elon Musk's acquisition of Twitter, it's easy to miss this major milestone. FYI. VinFast. If you're not paying attention, VinFast, roll on, roll off. vessel shipping carrier has departed Vietnam with SUVs to compete with Tesla. Smart move. VinFast, an electric car maker backed by Vietnam's richest man, shipping its first SUVs to U.S., milestone for parent Vingroup JSC that set out 5 years ago to bring high-end manufacturing to the Southeast Asian country. 999 EVs will be transported to California and then delivered to customers in December. Customer which faces intense competition from the world's top auto brands said in September it will ship about 5,000 vehicles to customers in the U.S., Canada, and Europe. Sounds small, you know. Lucid, Rivian also started small, and it'll grow, especially if it's a competitive product. Perfect timing. VinFast said it received 65,000 global orders for its VF8 and VF9. Look for VinFast. Here's some interesting news. Why is it interesting? I'm going to tell you in a second. Hyundai Glovis signs $796 million shipping deal with global automaker. Which one? Well, under the contract, Hyundai Glovis will deliver vehicles for the unidentified car maker for sale in Europe over the next 2 years from 2023. No details provided, citing a confidentiality agreement. So who is the unidentified car maker for sale? Glovis, man, in the ATI 22. While factory direct sales have been a shiny button in auto retail over the last decade, new research shows that when it comes to customer satisfaction, local new car and truck dealerships dramatically outperform their direct seller counterparts. You know, the button online, the online guys. When it comes to customer satisfaction, local dealerships crush direct sellers. Crush them. We have found that when their customers reach out for help or with questions, they're usually met with brand reps who answer only simple, scripted questions without being proactively helpful. It's a missed opportunity that does not currently compensate for the missing retail experience. This was mentioned. Tesla compares poorly today for helping website customers too. Tesla's model today appears to be, if you want what we sell and require no assistance, it's easy to order. But you know, Stellantis has a bunch of cars stuck in a plant with logistics troubles too. Stellantis has thousands of cars stuck in its plant in eastern France. There are big problems to deliver new vehicles. Had about 4,000 of them stuck in parking lots outside of the site yesterday. That news came in, well, it's recently. Freight problems are impacting the entire auto industry. Vehicle inventory at Stellantis had ballooned this year, going up by 179,000 units to 275,000. Outbound logistics challenges with rail car, truck, driver shortages, ship availability. Keep hearing driver shortages. It's everywhere. Everybody wants to mention that. Problems extend to other car makers too, with Tesla Inc. producing over 22,000 more cars than it delivered last quarter. Which begs the question, if there's so many owner-operators arguing over the same loads on load boards, but all the companies are looking for company drivers, what's the problem? Because clearly there is one. Just saying. As the issues persist, Stellantis is getting creative to get cars to customers. Dealers are allowed to come and pick them up. Okay. All right. I suppose that is a bit creative. The latest numbers on the microchip shortage, North America, Asia endure more cuts. Any notion that the microchip shortage will be over by now is proving to be wishful forecasting. But we already knew that, Jay. I think we knew that. Auto Forecast Solutions estimates that North American auto plants will have to trim more than 10,000 additional vehicles out of their schedules this week, while plants in Asia outside of China have to eliminate 3,200. The number just keeps going down. 2022 still going to end with nearly 4.5 million cars and trucks knocked out of factory schedules because of the chip shortages. Far below the 10.5 million vehicles that had to be cut from automakers' plans last year. So they already slashed their numbers, and they just got to keep slashing them. Slashing away. Yeah, they had already projected lower, and they still hit lower. That's where pessimism pays off. Holiday week creates backdrop for slow times at the auction. Not a surprise, but some sellers are still holding tight to their floor plans and have hopes in the market taking a turn in positive territory. I was going to say something from Johnny Dangerously, but I'm just going to skip it. Buyers are still bidding, but many sellers are staying firm on their prices. Although sales rates are still down, it seems as if some sellers are willing to negotiate, with a few more if sales coming through. Inventory across the board still down, buyer count lower than normal. None of that's great. And if the prices keep dropping, it's another one. Write that. Dropping. If the prices keep dropping, then you're just going to have to give up on that floor, I guess. Last week was a short week for Thanksgiving. The auction results reflected this. More of the statistics at the lowest level we've seen since the third week in July. This is more black book. It can be hard to read, but it tells a story. It's in there. The numbers are down. Used car sales momentum faded in October. In the company's latest Manheim Used Vehicle Value Index report, Cox said same-store dealership data from DealerTrack indicates used retail sales were 9% softer than September, 13% slower than October 2021. October also represented the largest gap from 2019 pre-pandemic figures. I don't think there's really been any good news so far, other than the Tesla Semi. Everything's just been kind of negative. The Uberization of U.S. trucking is only speeding up. Freight brokers shift to online platforms to lower costs. Uber, Freight, and Convoy battle legacy firms for market share. Ty and I, we heard this, I don't know how many times Ty and I heard at Used Car Week. Here's your takeaway. At Used Car Week, Ty and I heard over and over again about technology to connect carriers with shippers. To cut out brokers, probably lessen the need for dispatchers. The good side is it's not to get rid of people, but to put more money in the carrier's pocket. And maybe even lower the price. I'm sure the shipper would love to see lower prices. But here's the hard part. You're connecting two groups with totally opposite goals. So, that is one tall order. That is some amazing software. I'm just going to go ahead and hit that. If you could pull that off, like in a real way, that is amazing software. And it should help the carrier. So that you don't need this to get this text anymore. Hello, auto carrier. Are you still in the trucking business? Will you be interested in a full dispatch service? We can keep you loaded and handle all customer service and billing so you can focus on the real work. Please let me know if you have any questions. I would love to discuss the service packages we offer. Now, I'm reading that in kind of a goofy way because I think a lot of carriers don't really want to pay a dispatcher. But without this super Uber software, there's just too much BS to wade through. You got to have somebody to make all those phone calls. And that's what this guy does. He could have written, I make the phone calls you can't stand to make. Oh, and this one's for Ty. Automakers poised to sell 400 million more gas-powered cars than the planet can handle. Written by the Greenpeace. It's awesome. Hey, man. I like dolphin safe tuna. When you see this is an ATI Auto podcast. Get the podcast. That way you can, get the infotainment in the transportation space for your automotive business. ATI Auto Business is here to help you. That's our goal. That's our whole point. And we want to bring in the information and give it context. Because without context, you ain't got nothing. Call or text Ty looking for Are you looking for context? Call or text Ty 417-483-2764. We're going to have a show on Friday on Cars on the Move. I don't know exactly what's happening with the other shows. this week, because it's been kind of a crazy week. We'll see. But I know we're going to have Cars on the Move on Friday, and we're going to do, can a carrier be the broker? This is a great topic. I can't believe we haven't done this show yet. But, can you the carrier, you're the carrier, can you be the broker? Why does the broker have to be the broker? Why can't you be the broker? We're going to talk about that. That's what Friday's show is all about. I mean, it's not an easy peasy. Of course, I'm sure someone's making a video right now about how easy it is and how rich you'll get. Thanks a lot. But we're going to talk about it Friday. It's not the end all be all, but we're going to get into it. It's the Car Shipment Business Channel. My name is Jay. Now, here's what we're going to do. We finished the news. We made it. Oh, we still went long. That's probably those videos. Thanks a lot, China. Okay, so we're going to bring in Ty. And while my volume is low, it's funny. Thank you so much. It's strange is that it jumps around. And what I do is, so right now there it's too loud. And it also depends on your speakers, what you're listening to. But I really appreciate that feedback. Thank you very much. See, and Travis says, I know. What I do is I actually watch. I watch. That's what I'm looking. One of the things I'm looking over here as I'm watching the volume while I'm talking. I've got the microphone and I got the volume, and it is a real fine line. That it's actually, if you want to know, it's -3 dB to -6 dB is kind of the sweet spot. And I'm right now. I'm hitting. When I popped, I hit -4 dB. Otherwise, I'm kind of hitting like -7. If it's too loud, it distorts. His volume was much stronger 10 minutes ago. Yeah, see, and it changes. That's another thing. It drives me crazy. Why does it change? And in fact, when it really changes is when I pull up the Zoom meeting. Then the Zoom, I think, recalibrates the condenser mic, blah, blah. It's frustrating. But I appreciate it. Thanks for bringing up a sore spot. I'm just kidding. Just check your batteries, exactly. Oh, that's actually a good point. Yeah. Check your batteries. Okay, let's do this. We're going to bring in Ty after this. Stick around. We'll be right back. Ship Your Car Now presents Integrated Automotive Transportation Solutions. When your car buying customers are on your dealership website shopping for vehicles, they can easily find an instant shipping quote. By entering simple information, first name, last name, email, and phone number, delivery zip, delivery state, and clicking the button, Get Your Shipping Quote. Choose from express shipping, enclosed transport, and proceed to checkout. Review the order summary. Enter the delivery street address and city, and click Next. Simply enter your credit card information, just like any other online shopping cart. And when you are ready, click Review Your Shipping Order. Check your shipping order one more time and choose Proceed to Checkout. Your delivery is all set. If you want to ship your car now, go to Ship Your Car Now. Ship Your Car Now provides a full suite of vehicle shipping services for all types of businesses. That's why Ship Your Car Now offers trusted carriers good paying loads fast. Visit shipyourcarnow.com. Links in the live chat. All right, here we go. And let's go ahead and drag this out into the sunlight. You got a question about anybody we talk about? Then ask us, contact us. Because one of the things we do for our advertisers is we give great feedback, and we help folks be closer to the community than instead of, you hear a name, who's that stranger? No, we don't want that. This is a community. This is a marketplace. We want you to feel included. We want you to feel like you've got a voice. And hey, look at that. John Robertson's in the live chat. What's up, John? I love it. Cool. Okay, Ty, you ready up in here, brother?
I'm all ready.
Already. He is your friend, and he wants to help. He wants to give you context. Ty Thompson.
Context. There's no more context left after the info highway and the news. Man.
Oh, man. Well, I was thinking that, too. I stole all your thunder.
Boy, howdy, did you? Good job.
But well,
Well,
I think
the real
I just
question
set up the
is-
ball. Now you spike it. You spike it.
No. The real question is, did you know any of this, right? Or raise your hand if you knew all this stuff, right?
That's a good one.
That's a good question.
Raise your
So
hand.
there,
Yeah.
it could be people that actually this is the first time they knew any of that stuff, and that's what I love about this channel. That's what I love about you, Jay, and how you put stuff together. Because really, we're looking at 2023, and we're way too early to be talking 2023, but we're here, and we should probably go ahead and start talking about it. So a lot of the things tonight that I'm talking about, we actually, Jay and I had a conversation. You know, we've been to trade shows. We've been talking about trade shows. We've been doing energy pre-shows and energy after shows, evolution shows, trade show. What are you guys doing? Well, tonight's show, I hope my personal goal is to kind of bring it back down a couple notches. We are super excited, and we got plenty more to talk about and do, but it's kind of like, here, let's take a look at what maybe is going on. Not that we have the answers, not that I know, not that Jay knows, but what are some fundamental things that we can look at, that we can kind of project and think, how can this affect my business? I'm a carrier, I'm a dealer, I'm an auction, I'm a tech company, I'm a port person, right? I mean, these are all the things that we actually talk about. I'm an insurance guy, and I sell insurance to car hauler guys or auctions or dealer guys. I mean, this ecosystem is big, and when we start looking at global things, there might be somebody who's like, man, I thought this was a car hauler show. I came here because I need to know, should I buy a Ford, a Dodge, or a Chevy? With a Kaufman 3-car, 3 axles, or an Infinity, or an Alpaca or Alpine, whatever the name of that brand is. So we can talk about equipment. I might get the names wrong, but what I'm trying to say is if you're in business, we want to know from you, what do you look at? What do you feel? What's going on in your daily life, right? Are you a load board guy? Do you have your own customers? Do you work for brokers exclusively? What are you doing, and what do you think's happening, right? So we want to hear your feedback in the live chat tonight. What are you doing? How's it working out for you? And what are you looking at for 2023? So with that, the live chat's open. Go ahead and start throwing down, hey, 2023 is great for me. 2023 isn't so great for me. Whatever. And why do you think that? I mean, blow the live chat up, right? Okay. Whew.
Yeah, no, I like that. It's actually because I've noticed that, let's do this while you're putting in 2023 looking great for me, 2023 not looking great for me. While you're pondering that, let's go ahead and read some, because one of the things we want to do is open the live chat tonight. Silverman says, just tuned in. China has a let's go Brandon. That's pretty funny. I got to tell you, the more I look at the other countries, the more I don't even know how to finish that sentence. Because I want to say this on the Brazil thing. Like, I don't know how to finish that sentence. I don't want to start a bar fight, but it's weird. When I see the Chinese COVID camps, like, what? Like, I didn't know that 1984, the movie, was like a Chinese. I thought it was an American movie. Apparently, it's a Chinese movie.
Could be coming to an America near you, Jay.
No.
One of the reasons, here we go. So
man. Yeah,
this is what I like about this.
Yeah.
This isn't about Democrat, Republican, or Independent.
I know.
This is about, I believe that you need to stay out of my business, right? And I've got a life, and I got plenty of trouble without you, whoever you are, meaning primarily government, right? So, demonetized and shadow banned all in one sentence.
Oh,
Good job, Ty.
Listen,
Dang it.
Once I shared that China video, like,
do we even have viewers now? Is there live chat?
Twitter's
still
at
there?
the door. Well, it's not, but it's not Twitter. So Twitter's,
No, it's not Twitter.
Twitter's not woke. By the way,
Twitter's-
did you see
yeah.
the woke T-shirts clip?
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that real?
yeah. It is
Why
real.
would
So-
anybody
and
wear a "Stay Woke" T-shirt? Seriously?
Well, okay, so it's not about Democrat or Republican or Independent. It's about evil. It's about good. And it's about black and white.
Who would
right?
want
I
that
mean,
shirt?
we're coming to a place in time where it's either you agree with this or you don't agree with it. I mean, I try to keep it simple. I could be wrong, but back to hauling cars, dealers, and auctions
All right,
and carriers, right?
Yeah, okay, exactly. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit the car off the road just for a second, and then we're gonna whip it back on. Okay.
I hope you're buckled up tonight.
That's what we're gonna do.
Oh my
tonight.
gosh.
Okay,
We're
so
gonna whip you around like you've never been whipped around before,
so
kids.
here's a question: is Central Dispatch listening to its consumers, its carriers?
Customers, carriers.
Because-
The answer would be
because
no.
It doesn't seem like it. And now we do know there's one guy that watches Dispatching Live, and our feedback, seems to have a positive effect.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that counts as them listening to us.
Right. Well, so we can start with Central Dispatch. That's
Yeah.
great. Okay, that's in the live chat. Let's go there. So yeah, whatever you're thinking about in the live chat, throw it out there and we'll tackle it. All right. So let's talk about Central. I'm going to make a quick note here. Central. So we call that CD in our land, right?
CD.
Okay, I'm going to talk about Central Dispatch. I'm going to start out with a really sad story, okay? Because of this show, because we put out, hey, call Ty, 417-483-2764. Just want to talk to him, got a question. So Ty gets a lot of phone calls. Well, I got one just, what's today, Tuesday. So it would have been Thursday last week. Hi, Ty. I started a car hauling business 4 months ago, my husband and I, and we're really looking for a dispatcher. That's what we're really looking for. Okay, well, tell me more about it. How's it working out? Well, our dispatcher's terrible. We're not getting the best rates, and I know we're not making any money. Okay, and you've been in it for 4 months. How many dispatchers have you gone through? 3. Okay. Have you guys thought about maybe building your own business, building your own company, getting your own clients, anything like that? No, don't even know what you just said. Okay. Now let's back up. I'm going to start with the first 2 questions I ask anybody that calls me. I skip those. I'm sorry. First question is, can you live 12 months without a check starting now? I don't need to know, but you do. Second question, who's your customer? Okay. Immediately, the person I'm talking to on the phone's like almost starts crying. I mean, this is a real story. No, as a matter of fact, we had to borrow $2,000 from my dad to pay our insurance last month. Okay, so you're the wife, the husband's on the road. What are you doing? Well, we're actually just about out of fuel money too. Okay. Then you need to get your husband back home. You need to sit down. You need to think about maybe we should do something, put a pause on this, save 12 months, and then try it again. And next time we try it, we'll start out with knocking on doors, handing out cards, cigars, kissing babies, right? That's what we do. We knock on doors, we hand out cigars, and we kiss babies because we're transport people and we want to serve the dealer and the auction and anybody else, the broker, right? Am I making any sense at all, Jay?
So yeah, well, no, and it's good because you didn't put equipment first, and you gave the reason why, and in fact, in your example, did that family put equipment first, and did they put equipment over business?
That was, later in the conversation,
Right.
They definitely were more interested in truck and trailer
How did that
versus
work
building
out?
a business.
How did that work out?
Well, so that phone call ended, and I got a phone call like yesterday, right? A follow-up phone call. Hey, my husband wants to sell the trailer we've got. It's a 4-car Appalachian, and he really doesn't like it. And there's a lot of trucks on the load board. Remember the question was Central Dispatch? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. And I know I'm going to offend a lot of people, and I'm sorry in advance. But if you're getting your revenue, your income, your work from Central Dispatch exclusively, you may not be doing yourself or your business, your business any favors. Okay? Anybody offended yet? Anybody in the live chat throwing bombs and flames and nothing? No, okay. Central dispatch is usually where you put stuff that you just can't get moved, or you want to see if you can get it moved really, really cheap. That's what central dispatch is. Does central dispatch really care about the carrier? I'm going to go with probably not. I'm not a spokesperson for central dispatch, so it'd be nice if they would come on and talk to us, but they won't. And we don't know why. Central dispatch, do you want to come on and talk to us? Tell us how much you care about the carriers and making sure that everybody has insurance, and a carrier is a carrier, and a broker is a broker, and a dealer is a dealer. And why do dealers get on there and brokers? And I mean, there's a lot of things that don't make sense about central dispatch for me personally. That's why I choose to go get my own customers. That's why I build a client base. That's why I do that, so I don't have to deal with that mess, right? Okay. So number one, central dispatch is not
Ooh, check this out.
Okay,
now,
yeah.
I don't know how to say the name, so I'm just being clear. But the comment, I only get 30% of my business from central dispatch, but I'm still very pissed at the way they treat carriers about new search engine. But 30% of the business from central dispatch, that's not bad.
No, that's not bad.
Surprising.
And that's what we're forecasting for 2023. So, Matt's in the live chat with ACV, or he was earlier. ACV's in here, Montway's in here, Ship Your Car Now's in here, McCollister's is in here, Preowned Auto Logistics is in here. I can probably keep going. Super Dispatch is probably watching, Auto Sled's probably watching, Car Delivery Network, CDN, is that right? Remember those? I mean, it's been a while.
Car Delivery Network. By the way, mic check 1, 2, we're still okay, yeah. Yeah, no, and you did, man, you just named like another 10 load boards. But as John points out, this is the problem. The next closest load board is 10% of the volume of central dispatch.
Yeah. And so now you've got fragmentation. So let's look at, we're forecasting for 2023, right? Central dispatch is going to be fragmented because there's so many people that are disgusted with central dispatch. They're going to go make their own load board, right? So now you've got different companies that are a TMS or a CRM. Or do you guys know what these term TMS, total management, is? Like what you use to pick your load up, to order the load, to take the pictures.
TMS, that's right.
Where you pick it up, where you drop it off, how much you got paid, the VIN number, that TMS, okay? Everybody's got one of those, or probably should have one of those, right? Central dispatch is a load board. So the people that have created TMSs, I believe, and I could be off a little bit, but they're silently in the background creating their own load boards. Is that right or wrong, Jay?
So that is correct. Basically, any company that is in the business of a TMS, a mobile app, or any other online reporting tools to help you run your business, vehicle inspection, I think eventually starts to see the need to start building a load board. Which means there are now, I mean, if you really add it up, I bet there's at least 20 load boards. If you really start to add. But no matter how many other load boards you have, central dispatch is the king of volume. Yeah. And to change that, that's actually why I think this update did happen, is to remain king of volume. That's what I think.
Probably something. Well, I have no idea, but I do find it interesting that, say, start around 2020, standing in the parking lot right about the day or week after COVID decided to destroy the world, saying the auctions are crazy for closing their doors, and this is going to be a problem in the future. So that was 2020 early. Now let's go to 2022 and let's look at the physical auction. Let's look at volume. Let's throw out some big names like Tom Contos, right? You know Tom?
Yeah, Tom is
Odessa, economist for Car Global, that guy.
I'm just going to give a shout out to Car Global. I talked to somebody from Car Global today.
Hey, good job.
It was pretty cool. Yeah, I had a good meeting. I know, right? Well, that's what we're doing. We're now, I think it's when we did the, I'm just kind of segueing here because we're going to do that all night. We're going to segue around. We're going to ride around on our segways.
Ooh.
That's a photo op.
Yeah.
Is Selfie. That with the Titans of car shipping, we proved ATI is the neutral zone.
Yeah.
And so now I'm continuing to finish reaching out to everybody. And that's what we did. Oh, man. On the exhibit floor at Used Car Week.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked to RPM. We talked to Accelerated Services. I got interviewed by Glenn at United Road. We talked to Montway. We talked to Ship.Cars.
Dan
ACI
Kennedy.
Transport. CT Services. Proficient Auto Transport. Preowned Auto Logistics.
McCollisters.
Ship Your Car Now.
Right.
Run Buggy was walking around. We hung out with Run Buggy. Super Dispatch was hanging around. Dude, I mean, we talked to every single vehicle logistics company we could find.
Right. And so back to 2023 forecast projections. What do you guys think and what are you talking? I want to throw this out there. I really, and Matt, if Matt's in the live chat or still watching, Matt, this question
ACV?
is specifically for you.
Yeah.
ACV, Matt, if you're in here, how are you doing on carriers today right now? And what I mean, do you need more carriers or do you need less carriers, or are you okay? Did I ask that right, Jay?
Yeah. Well, and I'm going to go ahead and jump in.
Yeah.
And say, literally everybody has the same answer, which is
I need good carriers, Ty.
Everybody needs good carriers. So if you are a good carrier, and you're in the live chat, you're in the comments, you've caught wind of this, text Ty. Say, Ty, I'm a good carrier.
Well,
and then Ty will help you prove it. Yeah, Ty.
Yeah, but this is what I like about ATI, and this is what so you're talking about. We talk about, what are you guys going to these trade shows for? And you just listed 20 people that you're running around with, the president, the CEO, the CFO, and what are you guys doing? Right? Well, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I believe in you. I'm looking at you right now. I believe in you as a carrier base, a carrier community, that you've been here, you've been listening, you've been paying attention. Ty might be crazy, Jay might be crazy, but we do talk about some things that do affect you. And when I talk to these executives and the C's and the suits, those guys, I'm confident that I've got a gang, a community backing Jay and I that know what we're talking about and are serious about business. This isn't the channel where you come to make $10,000 a week with your F-250 and your 2-car hauler. This is where you come to build a real business. And I feel pretty good about saying to the guy that's the president of a big company that maybe you like or you don't like, I've got a real great confidence inside me when I say, dude, we have carriers that really understand auto transport. They watch this show and they listen and they get it. As soon as I say something like that, guess what? We've got their attention now, guys.
Yeah, no, and that is what's neat. Is we didn't set out to do this, but we've kind of become like the constituents, because we have carriers that tune in and ask questions and contact us. Yeah. And we're in touch with all the companies that are always looking for better carriers.
Yeah. And it's great. And I love it because when people call, and they do, 417-483-2764. That's my number. You can call, you can text. You got a question, we can talk about it. There's no charge. And I answer the phone, or if you leave a message, I'll call you right back. And I'll usually reply to a text too. Sometimes I just call back on a text. But anyway, so back up just a minute. So what are you talking about? China and Brazil and economy. What are you guys talking about? This is Car Hauling Channel. Well, what we're talking about is, how do you build your own business, right? How do you maintain this business? How do you stay healthy? How do you stay alive? It's not an easy business. You hear me say that a lot. There's nothing easy about hauling a car.
Live chat of the night. Silvermint just said, this show made me a better carrier. Wow. High five, dude. That's amazing. That's the whole point of this channel.
Yeah.
That's
well,
awesome.
and it's
Silvermint.
Right. So we're talking about these things because we know, we just experienced what happens when China gets locked down. The boats somehow don't come over. The Apple phones don't come over. Who knows what else doesn't come over? Then once they crank that thing back up, it just whacks the whole system out. Yeah, Ty, but I just have a 1 ton and a 3-car hauler and just haul salvage cars off, from IAA and Copart, which, by the way, I mean, we had a great conversation with those guys. Talk about burying the old repo hammer. I'm about ready to bury my IAA Copart hammer. I'm getting this much closer every day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's
joke.
no joke. That's right.
Yeah,
We
forgot about that.
buried the broker hammer. We buried the repo hammer.
You just got to bury the salvage hammer now.
Yeah, and I've been. Oh, RCG Logistics was also.
There you go.
I talked to
RCG.
Sean and Aria, both at RCG Logistics, quite a bit, and a Used Car Week, and I mean they really know that marketplace.
They do, and that's
Yeah.
why I say we're that much closer to
Yeah.
putting that hammer down. You guys don't. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But since I got out of my trucks and since I've been doing this, I can see things a lot different now. And the things that I was wrestling with 20 trucks, 20 drivers, 10 owner operators, car pullers everywhere, office people everywhere, mechanics everywhere, parts everywhere. I mean, you guys understand, right? I step back away from that and I look at all those things that I was fighting, and I know what you're fighting. And I understand that there are things happening that you cannot see right now that will have an impact on your business. And that can even go with an auction, and that can go with a dealer. I mean, okay, for example, the dealer, what are you talking about, Ty? How does whatever China and COVID and lockdowns and economy have anything to do with the car dealer? Yeah, big time. I mean, this guy's, used cars, he's having to, so never mind. Okay, skip that.
Okay.
All I'm saying is that we're really serious when we throw out stuff like Rapid Recon. We throw out stuff like what's the VinQ? When we throw out
VinQ,
all these stuff.
Dealers Link.
Dealers Link.
Yeah, I know.
When you're a carrier and you're dropping off a car at say a new car dealership, and the guy in the back's running around wanting to kill you because A, you're late.
Oh
B,
my God, which is true.
50,000
It's absolutely true. He does. He really does.
Yeah, and you're looking at him and he's about ready to explode. Could you say, hey, have you ever heard of a thing or a company called Rapid Recon? The guy you're giving the keys to that's having a bad day, that guy, have you talked to him lately? Because that's the guy you talk to. That's the guy's life that is really hard. Have you talked to him about, hey, I saw Rapid Recon on ATI. Ty did a live show at Oaks Key in Kansas City from the front of the store all the way to the back, which was the reverse of what Rapid Recon does, how the car got to the front of the lot. It looks like everybody in this video was smiling, high-fiving, having a good time. Cars were coming out. It was the craziest video I've ever seen. Here, you should watch it. Okay, what did you just do there? You just maybe saved a guy's life, right? I know the Recon guys. I know the stress runner. You know who's yelling at them? Everybody. Everybody yells at the Recon dude. For real.
Well, and I think because you just made me think this. So the lowball rates have conditioned you to believe that nobody cares who you are. That's not the case, though, because when you show up with those vehicles and you're on time and everything looks good, you darn sure want to know who you are.
Right. Then we start impressing them with our knowledge of the ecosystem of the industry. And I'm telling you guys, I don't know that there's any other thing besides Rapid Recon, but Rapid Recon and transportation are like this. I mean, there's a vibration.
Energy.
Yeah, there's an energy right there.
It's like a crystal. Oh, this is
so
awesome, man. Smoke them if you got them.
Smoke. I'm just telling you, you can impress. You are wanted. You are needed. There is opportunity. Let's get our head on. Let's get our game on. Let's get ready to roll, because it could get a little bit dicey here in the next, say, 12 months. I don't know. Maybe not. It could also be a great opportunity for anybody too. So fundamentals. Let's go with some fundamentals. Reduce debt ASAP. If you're not using it and you're paying for it, try to get rid of it. Okay, reduce debt. Same time, if possible, increase cash. get rid of the debt, increase the cash, right? Put yourself in a position where you can make it, you and your business, 1 truck, 3 trucks, 10 trucks, 100, where you can get by maybe 6 months. That would be the goal. That would be what I would encourage you to do, right? Minimize debt, get rid of things you don't need, increase your cash, pile of cash, pay attention to what's up everywhere you go. When you pull into a lot, does it have new cars? Does it have used cars? How many does it have? Is the lot empty? These are things I need you to start looking at. Call me and tell me, Ty, I pulled into the lot and it was empty. Ty, I pulled into the lot and it was full. If you pull into a lot and you call me, I'm going to say, is it new or used? You're going to say new. I'm going to say, what was the brand? Oh, I pulled into a Dodge Chrysler Jeep store. Okay, well, they usually have cars. I haven't figured out exactly why. Next time you pull into a Toyota store, give me a call. Oh, Toyota, why? Well, because when you pull into Toyota, there's no new Toyotas anywhere. But if you find some, let me know, right? I want to see it. So we're teaching you, okay, we're gonna build our business, we're gonna maintain our business, we're gonna make our business grow. Okay, you're not in a position or don't want to go talk to people and hand out cards and shake hands and kiss babies. Okay, no problem. Here's what we can do. You can use Central Dispatch 30% of the time. I can hook you up with Preowned Auto Logistics, Ship Your Car Now, McCollister. By the way, do you guys know McCollister would be happy to have good carriers? Did you know that, Jay?
Blue chip carriers.
Blue chip
carriers. That's right.
Yeah. So
that's right.
We can digest, and I've helped a lot of people, Jay, that they call and they're 100% load board. They know it's not right. They want to get off of it. I said, well, don't get off of it today. We're not doing cold turkey.
Methadone tie.
We got to work our way off this, okay?
Yeah,
and
I know.
And it's hard. Practice.
You know what? And I know this as a dispatcher. Staring at the screen all day, it is that hamster wheel. You really do. It's this total love-hate. You feel like there isn't any other way. Without somebody kind of walking you out.
Right. So here's...
You don't think there's another way.
Well, here, I'll give a quick example. If you're on Central Dispatch, you either book your own loads or you have a dispatcher. Fine. What I try to tell guys, here's a freebie for you, okay? This is in the TIES coaching. If you're 100% load board, what I recommend is to book a couple loads to come back home. Where's home? Home to me is a Ford store in your city, a Chevy store in your city, a Dodge store, and maybe a Honda. If you have those 4 where you live, book some cars coming back home. Why? Anybody in the live chat, why? Why do you want to book some cars coming back to where you live? Even if they don't pay that much, just hear me out. Book a couple cars coming back to where you live. Guess who's excited to see you when you get there? Guess who really wants to talk to you now? Now you have something to talk about. My name's Ty. I actually live here. I actually have a truck and trailer and I haul cars, and I would really love to go from here to here. Do you go from here to here? Do you buy cars over here and you need them to come back here? I mean, you've got the guy's attention. It's a real simple question. You really care about your business, right? Let's start asking dealers, where do you get these used cars? Where did they come from? Did they come from an auction, a physical auction? Follow this, guys. I'm giving you lots of good advice here. Do they come from a physical auction? Did you buy them online? Do you have a buyer? Did he go buy them? How did you get these cars here? I'm a sponge and I just want to sit here and soak it up. Tell me everything. And you'd be shocked what they'll tell you, especially when you go at it like that, right? I want to know. I think I might be able to help you. And you know what? If we can't, we can put together a deal, and I could be your guy, and you can just call me. Now the brokers in the crowd probably are really like, oh, Ty, stop, brokers, we got a different program for you, so don't worry. All right.
Well,
but really, there's this value, and here's what I'm really going for.
Yeah,
I can take a carrier who's 100% load board, reduce load board, and connect him with the brokers. Okay. Because we're all, in my opinion, you want to do 2023 projection / forecast. Ty's opinion is we're all going to need each other really, really bad. So we all better drop the Democrat, Republican, Independent crap and just figure out who our friends are. and keep them real close. Does that make any sense? Okay, good. So if you're a carrier and you're 100% load board, 30%. If you're 30% load board, good. What's the other 70%? Where are you getting that? What is it? Right? That'd be a great question. You don't have to tell us. Would it be from direct customers? Would it be from brokers? Is there a split? So 30% load board, 20% direct customers. That would be 50% left for brokers, maybe. Right?
And in fact, you just made me think that's what you can. One of the things you can do. Get you a piece of paper. Draw you a circle and write 100% load board. Okay?
Yeah.
Your goal is to add a section to your circle that's not load board. Then make that section bigger.
There you go. Good.
There you go.
That was great. Good idea. I like it.
Right on.
So I'm saying you're what's happening? Okay, there's a war on the auction, the physical auction. How I built my business. That's a whole train wreck mess, hot dumpster fire right now.
Okay, stay on that because John wants you to talk about that.
Okay.
Like, John Lyric is asking about. Well, I don't think he's asking as much as he wants to talk about auctions, and I know that I think everybody does. Keep going.
Yeah. Well, if we're talking, if John, and which John, we
John
talked
Lyric.
about you the other
John,
day. Yeah. I like John. Thanks, John, for tuning in. We're talking about the physical auction. Okay, so something's happened, right? The volume's down, and ACV's killing it. Backlot Cars is killing it. Then you throw in a company, VinQ. You guys will not hear me shut up about VinQ. What VinQ is doing is crazy. You need to find out who's got VinQ. What is it, Ty? You just keep saying it's crazy and your eyes get big and your face changes colors. Okay, VinQ. VinQ cues the VINs, and they're scraping data off of social media and other car platforms. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, somebody, but for example, cars.com or Car Guru. They have all these cars for sale. They've got the VIN. Somehow they've figured out a way to get the VIN and bring it into their system. And if you're a dealer and you're looking for that car, they can tell you where it is and the price and go get it, right? So they figured out a way to bypass auctions. That's what it comes down to. There, let me say that again. VinQ has figured out a way to bypass the auction, right? One more company that is bypassing the physical auction. Now you've got some interesting things going on with these auctions when Carvana comes in and spends $2.2 billion for ADESA, Car Global, right? Supposedly it's for Recon, and that makes sense, but I look at it because I'm biased and I say I think it might be for transportation. So we're still talking about what's going on at the auctions. The auction volume, last I heard when I was in, I believe that was Austin, at the Buy Here, Pay Here Superforum, Tom Contos on stage, auction volume is 30% down from 2019 levels. Okay, so 2019 we were going pretty good. You guys remember that? 30% down from that. Now you look at what are your sales rates, right? Those are down. Those, remember, there for what was it, 2021ish? They were up around in the high 70s, 80s. Like, so if you had 100 cars, you sold 70 to 80 of them. That was crazy numbers. And the prices were going up. So now, look at the economy, inflation. Some people say we're not in a recession, doesn't matter. Prices are higher. People are spending less money. Consumer debt is hit at all-time high. That means people are maxed out on their credit cards, car payments, house payments, everything's up, right? So if I'm a car dealer, this is what I like to try to teach you guys. If I'm a car dealer and I'm looking at cars on my lot and I'm watching the news and I'm looking at my physical lot and there's nobody coming in, I should probably get rid of some of those cars. So if you're picking up cars at a dealer's lot and taking them to an auction, ask questions, right? Those are big clues. Things are changing, right? Well, I'm just getting rid of them because they're old inventory. Yeah, their old inventory costing you money every day, and the economy's getting tighter, tighter, tighter. So you might be able to survive taking cars from dealers to auctions, but wait, I thought you said that the physical auction volume was down. It is. So is ACV going in there and getting rid of those cars? backlot cars, VinQ, are the dealer's cars not leaving the dealer's lot going to the auction. Okay. You guys are out there every day. You guys are doing this every day. Look, listen, see, and call me, right? I'm saying that the physical auction is, here we go. Accelerate Group is in the run. McConkie, those guys, the DAA, all the guys that are not Mannheim and not Carvana, Odessa. Those two, everybody's gunning for them, just like everybody's gunning for Central Dispatch. Are you following me? Everybody's had enough. Had enough.
That's why, I'm just going to say, that's why at the really large trade shows, we see miles of exhibit booth property staffed with their own staff. It's kind of like a COVID camp. It's weird.
So physical, here's what I'm saying. I don't have the answer for physical auction, John. I hope I'm not just talking circles, but I see the physical auction survival is going, they are working. Okay, go on LinkedIn and follow Columbus Fair Auto Auction. Go to LinkedIn, connect, follow Columbus Fair Auto Auction. Okay. And then you should start seeing some other ones pop up. Follow it. Go to LinkedIn and follow every independent auction. So here's my final answer, John. The independent auction is going to do just fine. And I said that in 2020. The independent under 500 cars is going to do just fine. And if I was a car hauler guy, I would go find the independent under 500 cars a week auction, and I would live there for real. On the day of the sale, the day after the sale, I would mow the yard. I would pick up the trash. That would be my new home. For real. Did you hear that?
And they'll let you do that, I think, right? They won't
they're
kick
happy.
you out of the lot. Well,
Yeah,
I
just
don't think
tell
we've
them who
ever
you are.
seen you kicked out of an independent auto auction.
No, and you never will.
Right.
No, and
That's
I can prove it. I
fascinating.
mean, I've got videos, right? Once you go, what was that T-shirt you were crying about earlier? It's real. That's real. Woke T-shirt, stay woke.
Oh, stay woke.
We should hand those out at the
Because
transport
those guys
parking lot.
actually, they what didn't they jumped off Twitter, right?
No, they got canned off Twitter. That's what happened. They got
canned off Twitter.
kick canned. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They didn't jump off. They got shoved off.
Hey, I got one for you. I'm going to spin the spinner. OEM or POV? Go.
Oh man, that's brutal. That's who asked? Did you ask that? Is that a live chat?
No, I just wrote that down.
Oh, that is tough. No, pass.
Yes. Well, so let's talk about it, because one of the things we were talking about was that
that's brutal.
I mean, how many? So I said it in the news. How many times did you hear? Scratch that. How many times did you hear technology that connects carriers and shippers at used cars?
For sure 4. Okay.
At least once a day.
For sure 4 for me.
Okay.
And I remember who.
Well, right. And here's the thing: it's awesome. It's a great idea, and it's probably an eventuality. But how do you build it? How do you get there? I mean, how do you, and this is the reason I bring this up. Well, yeah, John says they're two different animals, right? John's calling me out. Well, I just wanted to see which one he wanted to talk about, because this in POV kind of gets into technology that connects shipper to carrier, because an OEM's not going to need a new technology that connects a shipper to a carrier. Although, agency model. Okay. So, how do you do that? If you can't build a load board more popular than Central, what makes you think you can succeed at building a software that connects a shipper and a carrier? Now, I know, again, those could be different versions of apples and oranges, but to me, this is a really, really tough project. Because even if you build an amazing, I just want to say this, even if you build an amazing software, how do you get everybody to start using it?
I don't know.
Right?
Yeah. But I mean, man, it's so complicated. There's not really an answer, not a answer, right?
No,
I mean, it's
I honestly can't figure. I mean,
we do this all day long. Yeah,
this is why Super Bowl commercials exist, so that everybody gets the same information at the same time. It's one of the few things that you can do to get I mean, that's why Carvana drops millions on Super Bowl commercials.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know why Budweiser and Pepsi do it, because I've already heard of Budweiser and Pepsi. But it would seem like this is where you would want to advertise your brand new shipper carrier software.
Yeah. Well, well, yeah, and then it gets, I mean, we're sitting at a table. It's after hours. We're all talking about. We've got and this is what really cool. This is really cool. I'm going to call out everybody and say you guys are really cool. Sitting at a table with Ship Your Car Now, Motway, Ship.Cars, I mean, there were probably 5 of us all sitting at the same table. These are competitors, right? Preowned. We're all sitting there.
I have never seen more companies listed on Central Dispatch talking and getting. It was amazing.
It was. And I honestly, I think ATI's got a hand in that. Well, I think running around and talking to these guys and getting to know them, and we're just here to help, and we need your help. I mean, and that's the truth. We need your help.
True story. I stood in front of Accelerated Services and said, "Do you know who we are?" Oh man, that was awesome.
Well, okay, back to auction, back to what's going on. So here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at 2023. I've got trucks. I've got a truck or trucks. Okay, so I've had both. I've had a truck and I've had trucks. So I'm looking at, okay, what's going to happen? First of all, if you made it this far into 2022, pat yourself on the back. Jay's sending you a free smiley face with something. Okay, good job. And I mean that. Insurance went up, fuel went up. If you're still here, 2022, God bless you, and I love you, and we're here to help, whatever we can do. So I'm putting my shoes in I'm putting myself in your shoes, trying to think, what am I looking for next? What are we looking at? So we've already got plenty of clues. We know what happens when the OEMs get whacked out and can't produce cars, ship cars, manufacture cars. So I would go ahead and start thinking we're probably going to have another supply chain disruption. Okay, so what happened? Does anybody raise your hand? Does anybody remember what happened when the OEMs slowed way down? I do.
What happened?
The guys who had the OEM contracts started playing in the used car space.
Well, and what I was going to say, I just want to say, throw out, as Paul Machine says, throw out the box. Whatever you were told before, what you can do and what you can't do, just throw that out.
Right. So,
yeah.
Okay, so back to this load board TMS stuff.
Other than laws, right?
Yeah, I'll throw those out too. I've had enough of that. Okay, the one I was thinking of. Okay, another one coming after the auction is the mega franchise conglomerates. What? Yeah. Have you guys heard of a place called CarMax? Have you heard how many auctions CarMax has? Do you think CarMax is the only one doing this? No. Did CarMax start it? Probably. But now I've talked to 2 other large conglomerate. They own more than 50 rooftops. Okay, let's break that down. Ty, what are you talking about rooftop? Well, there's a group of people that have a lot of money that buy rooftops. What's a rooftop? It's a Ford store. It's a Chevy store. It's a brand, right? It's a Honda store. They might have 5 Ford stores. They might have 10 Chevy stores. They might have 15 Toyota stores. They're not necessarily loyal to a brand. They own a lot of stores, right? Okay, let's take Lithia. I don't know what Lithia owns, if they own 1 or more brands, but I know they have multiple stores. I also know that they have this thing called Drive-Away. Ooh, okay, it's getting good, right? So what do we know about a dealership? A dealership sells cars and buys cars, and they get trade-ins. So if a big conglomerate has 50 stores and they get trade-ins on a regular basis, even in a bad economy, they get a lot of trade-ins, and maybe they don't really have the greatest relationship with the 2 big box auctions, physical auctions. You follow me? Hey, I know what? I know the auction guy and the ring guy from the auction. Let me call Bob and Charlie and see what they're doing on Thursday around noon. Hey, Bob, what are you doing around noon on Thursday? Nothing. Why? Well, how about if I pay you $1,000 to come over for 4 hours and sell 100 cars? You good with that? Yeah, I'll be there in a minute. Bob and Charlie show up for 3 to 4 hours, sell 100 to 300 cars. Did anybody know about that? Was Black Book in on that? Was Kelly Blue Book? Was MMR, Mannheim Market Report? Did anybody, who saw that? Where, and who transported them out? This is real, okay? I'm sorry. This is really happening. I promise. I'm not just making this up. So the physical auction, the brick and mortar, where we used to go take the cars, drop them off, and pick the cars and take them back.
Whoa.
That place is going
underground, dude. Underground auto auction.
I'm telling you.
Whoa.
So
that's awesome.
So this is where this is why I think ATI really is here, is to help you guys. Because here's the thing: the more we can talk about this stuff and get people to come on here and say, no, this is who I am, and this is what I do, and this is where I go, and this is my company, and I need your help, the better they're going to survive. So what did I say a few minutes ago? I said, my 2023 projection is find out who your enemies are and your friends and get real close to your friends, because we're all going to need each other. And I'm not joking. That's just my prediction. I'm tinfoil and I read the wrong news, according to some people. But the physical auction, back to John Lyric, that was a long way around, but back to the physical auction, that poor thing has been beaten and beaten, and it's going to continue to get beaten. And I can see the physical auction being nothing but a brick and mortar hub. It's a hub. And if auctions were smart, they would start using them as a hub with these big conglomerate dealers to let everybody stash their cars, pick up their cars, and you're just making storage and helping pull cars. I mean, $10 a car to come at $20 a day for storage.
We know some folks at independent auto auctions. Yeah. Have you had that conversation about stuff like that? Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet, yeah.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to
Well, I'm kind of watching to see what happens, because really, I mean, I've done this for a long time. John, you have too. And when the camera's off and the doors closed and the phones are off, it's very hard to find somebody that says, man, I love going to the auction. Now, everybody does go to the auction. They love the community. They love the relationships. What they don't like is the customer service, the fees, the jerk around, and the more jerk around.
Oh, man.
Right?
It's interesting.
So,
the fees.
The fees are crazy. And I hear people talk about it off camera all the time, man. I hate.
If anybody wants to know why, just like, okay, here, it's pretty understood why so many people don't like Central.
Yeah.
But it's not as well understood why a dealer wouldn't like the auction part of that conglomerate. And I mean, he just put, Cox Automotive that owns CD and Mannheim are jerks. I mean, I'm just reading. This isn't a COVID camp.
Right. So this is good, okay? Because I know we've got a diverse group here, and I'm trying to be careful as well as give helpful information. So what I'm saying is I'm looking at this. If I'm a broker, I'm a.
Ty froze. He should be right back, but his camera might have froze. So, Ty, you froze, buddy.
That guy.
No, you froze, but you're back. I don't know if you went on Wi-Fi. I don't think anything changed. We lost you for like 10 seconds.
Well, it's okay. The guy did you get the glasses?
And your video. And I'll tell you what. Hang on one second.
I'll come back.
Yeah, come back in. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, for your entertainment, we're going to do Ty Thompson live on ATI Auto Business. Take 2. Please feel free to jump in the live chat. Travis says, I love to go to the auction when I'm buying. See, and that's the thing too, exactly. I think, and he said something really interesting. We've heard a lot of folks dealers, buyers, say how they really do enjoy buying online. It's just a, you can get so much more done. That is the problem, right? With the physical auction, your day is, your day or your half day, it's shot in one location. Whereas with digital auctions and et cetera, you can better manage you can clone yourself with digital auction interfaces, right?
You talking to me?
Essentially, I'm talking to anybody. I'm just,
No. I'm back.
Oh, okay, cool.
Did you know I left?
Yeah, I did.
I'm just kidding. No, so I'm looking at this. So I've got 4 different ways I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it from the carrier, who maybe does or doesn't know what he's doing. I'm looking at it from the auction, the dealer, and the tech guys, the broker guys. And did you notice how I just said tech and broker almost on the same word? Interesting.
Yeah.
Broker tech. So broker tech guys, looking at it from that angle, what am I doing? Well, the brokers for sure made it real clear what they need, and I think we can give it to them. They want good carriers. What's a good carrier? It's not your ETA is your ETA. That is not a good carrier. Okay, well, that's not accepted here at ATI. We don't do that, okay? Here at ATI, a good carrier consists of proper insurance, proper equipment, proper license and registration, right? Yeah, Ty just said all that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I said it.
Wow,
yeah,
it feels so good.
I'm a new man. Oh. No, not a new man, but yeah, so proper credentials, proper training, understanding of that part, the legal part, the business side of it. Okay, do you know how to drive the truck and trailer? Yeah. Okay. Do you know how to load it? Yeah. Good. We need that. That's a good carrier. Are we making tracks points here? We got it.
All right, got it.
We got proper registration. We got proper licenses, driver's license. We know how to drive the truck. We know how to load the truck. Good.
Yep.
Now we're going to, are we financially ready for this? Have we done market research, right? What are we doing? So the carrier guy, that's him. He may or may not know what he's doing, but he's going to need a lot of help, and we all need that guy. So why don't we help this guy? That's what ATI says. ATI says, let's help the carrier who may or may not know what he's doing. That will help you, broker. That will help you, auction. That will help you, dealer. Did that make sense?
Well, it does, and yet there is still this, I think there's still a belief that, I think many carriers, drivers, I don't think they're company owners, I think they're drivers, believe we still need to weed out more guys.
Yeah.
Do we need to weed out more?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No, I'm sorry. Here, let me rephrase that. There are plenty of guys doing outlaw trucking. Their lifespan is 1 year max. They don't go past 1 year. Outlaw. Now they might either convert and get right with Jesus maybe, or they're gone. I don't think there's a middle of the road for that guy. And because usually something breaks and it turns into a bad claim and they're gone. Like they move to a whole nother place out. All right. 2023 industry outlook. Auctions are getting bombed up. Brokers, carriers, we all going to have to come together, which, by the way, what you just said, Jay, sorry, I went ahead of it, but I do believe the carrier base is shrinking. And I don't think it's because of driver shortage. I think the carrier base is shrinking because it costs too much money. There's too much regulations. There's too many rules. There's too much government overreach. The fuel prices are high. The insurance is going up. All these things, the margins are pretty thin in trucking anyway. Then you get a blowout.
And that's it, the margins. You got everything else, and then you take that margin to try to cover all that cost, and you're out.
Yeah. So the little guy who's just messing around doing it illegal, he has one oops, and he's gone. And the oops, honestly, it's really between 3 and 6, just to be nice. Okay. So the auctions are getting beat up. Pummeled, Jay. I like that word.
Pummeled?
Pummeled. The auctions are getting pummeled.
Yeah.
So they got...
You're artifacting a little. Keep going.
I wonder why.
I know. I don't know why.
Let me hold on. Let me look.
Are you on Wi-Fi? You on data?
No.
You on
No,
TikTok?
no Wi-Fi.
You're on Twitter.
Yeah, probably TikTok.
You're in a COVID
No
lockdown.
Wi-Fi.
It's an election problem. It says your soccer team.
Twitter. It's Twitter did it.
I knew it.
Twitter did it.
It's
Yeah, I don't know, buddy.
You're low on lithium.
Yeah, getting low. My EV. I didn't charge my EV enough.
Right, you didn't charge your EV. This will be constant when we're all EV.
Yeah. We can't talk about EV here.
Come
Okay.
on now.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So I would just say you're really going to have to be connected in 2023. Did I say that enough? Did you follow me?
So and that's where I want to back you up. I'm a tag team jump in the ring here. Is that not only do you have to be connected, but don't be afraid to connect with folks you think you're not supposed to connect with.
There. Perfect. Say that again. Say that again. Say that again.
Do not be afraid to connect with people that you thought you weren't supposed to connect with.
There you go.
Break out of your vertical.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, and you find a good broker guy, a pal, a Ship Your Car Now, a McCollister. I can keep going.
Yes.
You find one of those guys that is feeding you, you can work with them. Here's a, go ahead.
And here comes again, call or text Ty, because 417-483-2764, you don't have to figure this out by yourself.
No.
Ty will guide you.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of guiding, big news, breaking news. I don't know, do you have the breaking news sound? Somewhere?
Oh, yeah.
Breaking news, live on ATI. December 12th, you may not know this, I may have told you.
Oh, yeah.
December 12th through the 16th, ATI, Ty, I'm going to be in Jacksonville, Seaport Services, Candy Mar, for a whole week. Did you guys know that? That's crazy. Like, we're trying to figure out how I can get a TWIC card before I get down there. Do you got anybody got any tips on how to get a fast TWIC card?
Ooh, I don't think you can get a TWIC card that fast. You're dealing with, I
know.
The FED, the GOV,
.org.
No, there's nothing you can do, man.
Nothing, that ain't gonna happen fast.
In fact, if you start working on your TWIC now, you might have it for when you guys do it again next December.
2028.
Okay, that's Jay.
Oh, man, it's funny because I think we both feel the same about the FED.
Oh, we do. Listen, we all do. That's what's funny. Everybody feels.
I've had
this
enough.
way.
Please leave me alone.
Even
do we need to give any more money to Ukraine? Really?
Oh,
why?
Boy.
Stop.
Whoa.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that. We didn't even talk about FTX or Sam Bankman-Fried. I mean, whoa.
Yeah, well, hey, man, let her rip.
No, I can't talk about it. I want to talk about car hauling, auctions, and dealers. That's where I feel safe right here, Jeff.
Hey, Ron is here. Ron is going to go to Jacksonville with you guys.
Ron's supposed to be there.
Up, Ron. That's so cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah, Ron, New York Traffic Inc. Okay, so Candy, all three of us are tight. We all stay in touch on a regular basis. So just because, okay, out of your vertical, guys, here's out of your vertical. I know nothing about the port. I didn't know what a TWIC card was, right? There's Ty for you, your super trucker. Why am I going down there? Well, there's something about that just really intrigues me. I mean, there's a lot of rules. There's a lot of red tape. You got to have this to get in. Well, once you get in, it has to make sure whatever you're bringing in there meets all these requirements. The list is long. So I'm down there hanging out with Kenny. We did a party at the port. That was early this year,
You're
right?
going to need a port hammer.
Don't make me bring
because
hammer.
you thought picking up at the repo lot was hard.
Yeah.
Wait till you try the port.
Oh boy, can't wait.
Oh my gosh.
So as I'm learning, and I'm growing, and I'm getting out of my vertical, and I'm talking to people like Preowned Auto Logistics. I'm talking to Ship Your Car Now guys, other guys, McCollister guys. Do you guys ever say anything to the port? Yeah, yeah. How's that working out for you? Oh, you got a headache, huh? Yeah, it's pain. What if I have a solution for you? Breath of fresh air, right? Do you feel that? It's like, ooh, life. Yeah, I think we got a solution for all your port problems, broker guys. No joke. So I'm going down to check it out. Boots on the ground. Can get you, bring by you. However you say that, Jay.
Oh, Genchi Genbutsu.
Genbutsu.
Yeah,
Genchi Genbutsu.
Go see for yourself.
I'm gonna go down there. Candy's so sweet, so gracious, and so kind. She's having me down. She's supporting the channel. She's supporting me. She's supporting ATI. We're going down there to try to figure out how can we help everybody else, because that's what we do at ATI and Seaport Services. Now, how does Ron play into this? Ron's just amazing. We're gonna bring Ron in on a Friday and just let you guys talk to Ron. He's been on the show a lot. He was, I believe, in ATI for
yes,
Used Car Week.
ATI, yes. Thank you, Ron, so much. Ron has been a supporter from the early days.
Yeah. So Ron's got deep roots and stuff, and I'm not going to talk about him. I'm going to let him talk about him. But definitely been a transport guy, definitely a car guy. I can say that with all 100%. And we've talked. He's been on the show. I've been to Candy's place. So as we're talking and this is coming together, there's some things that we all need to.
Ron's been on Wheel O Topics.
Yeah. Oh no. Was that a real thing?
Yeah. I was
know.
doing Wheel O Topics. That was before even the roundtables.
Yeah, I remember Wheel O Topics.
Just, because we changed up the formats. I mean, it's funny.
That was back in the day, man. Today we're talking business. Yeah.
Speaking of, all right, what we're going to do is, I think we covered a lot of stuff.
We give away some free tips.
Get
your neighbors. Know your neighbors.
Know your neighbors. What we didn't talk about yet is, I think we should, let's touch on the trade show stuff for next year, and then let our friends go.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Well, let's start with December, because I've got to go there. And I'm supposed to meet Frank Zombo before I go to Jacksonville.
Yeah. So Frank Zombo, Auto Hauler Exchange. Frank is with Auto Hauler Exchange, which is one of the technologies being developed to connect shippers with carriers. Again, I say it's an eventuality. I just think it's a lot of work, and I can't wait to learn more about it. Ty.
Okay, sorry, back up. We're going to start from what I know for sure. So December 8th, I know for sure I've got a meeting with Beck at Super Dispatch.
Oh, cool.
Kansas City. Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm supposed to meet Frank around that date, either the 8th or maybe the 9th.
Okay, cool.
Auto Exchange Haulers. So it's
Auto Haulers Exchange.
Auto Haulers Exchange. Lot Pop.
Pop.
Auto Haulers. Auto Hauler.
China.
Yeah. China. If you guys don't go follow Lot Pop on YouTube, Jason Rice. That guy is a huge, I've watched as much as I can of that guy to find out what's happening.
Hey, speaking of, I just found right before the show started on LinkedIn, ACV shared a top 10 car dealer podcasts. They created a blog a few weeks ago about top 10 car dealer podcasts. Jason Rice is on there. ATI's not on there. We're going to change that.
We are. Now we got something to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so 8th, around the 8th, I've got for sure Super Dispatch, Frank Zombo, Auto Hauler Exchange, supposed to meet him. Then the 12th through the 16th.
Oh, here we go. And we got it in the live chat. Please ask Super Dispatch why their loads are small compared to CD. And I think he's talking about volume. It's a legitimate question. Beck, why do you think the volume is low compared to Central Dispatch? I think I know the answer, but sure, it's fair.
Well,
one of the reasons, because we don't let every bang hang come around and put their stuff on our table. How about that, right?
Yeah.
Like a swap meet. When you go to a swap meet, it's whatever. right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay.
Okay, Frank Zombo.
What you'll see though, back to whatever this
Yeah.
statement, why are the loads small on Super?
Yeah.
There's a lot to that. We just call me.
Yeah.
417-483-2764. Give me a call. We can talk about it.
Cool.
And I honestly, okay, so Super Dispatch, Auto Haulers Exchange, Seaport Services, 12 through 16. Jacksonville, Florida, Seaport Services.
Yep.
And Ron's going to be there with New York Traffic Inc. He's going to swing down there. I don't know if he'll definitely be there for a night or two, day or two. Okay, after that, now you're back in charge.
And Devin asks if everyone is maintaining. This is definitely the show to ask that question.
Yeah.
And so I'll go ahead and say this. So we really had not only did we have a busy month with shows and stuff, but I think that everybody is going through their own versions of Spun Out, right? Spun Out is real.
Yeah.
Spun Out 2022, Spun Out 2023 is real. Yeah, it's real. So if you're maintaining, you're doing what everybody else is doing. You're maintaining.
Well, true. Now, yeah. Keep your eye, there's opportunity ahead, guys. I'm not going to stop saying that either.
I agree with you.
There really is a lot of opportunity ahead, which, just like we were talking about the other night, if you've got a fleet of 10 trucks and you have your own client base and you're near or in a metro city, have you bought any 2-car rollbacks lately?
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask you that. Exactly. Talk about that some more. Because I said to you, okay, if all the dealers are buying all these cars out of consumer driveways, how do you build a business around that? And I think that's when you said, well, how many single-car flatbeds do you have?
Yeah, 2-car.
None.
You can go pick up 2 at a time. Yeah, none. I'm losing all my business, Ty, because the dealers aren't buying at the same auctions or wherever. Okay, well, have you talked to them and find out what they're doing? No. Well, start there, right? Go ask them. What are you? We used to do this. We haven't been doing this. Well, the economy's slow. Well, Christmas. Well, nobody has any money. Well, there's an answer, right? But then, as you talk, well, you're still selling? You're still selling 50 cars a month, right? Yeah. Well, where are you getting the 25 that I used to bring in? Now I see what you're saying. Yeah, we're buying them out of driveways and in the service department. Well, how's that working out for you? Oh, it's okay. We just send little Jimmy over there. He goes and gets him. Little 16-year-old Jimmy drives it across town. That Jimmy? Yeah. Okay, I got a rollback. I could probably do it a lot safer and more effective and more professional. Be happy to wear one of your T-shirts too if you want. You got one of your dealer T-shirts there? Give me that. I'll throw your T-shirt on. I'll go pick up your car and I'll pretend like I work here. I'll even take the name of you got one of those magnet signs? Perfect. Slap that on there. That's worth $100.
You talk like that to a dealer? He'd be like, what? You watch ATI?
Yeah. Yeah, you've been watching ATI, son? Crazy.
That'd be a good commercial for us.
Well, and that's where like VinQ, a great commercial.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm talking about. There's when you're watching this show, I hope you're like walk away just spun out.
Okay,
like,
this is crazy. Here's another one. John Larrick just said 2 dealers in our area have went out and bought flatbeds. I mean,
John.
Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is.
That's happening. Okay, I mean, a lot of times I just sit here and think this is just Jay and Ty just having this conversation, but we're at these conferences where these big companies are that are talking about it. We sit in the room with the guy who built VinQ doing a live demo telling this is how we bought 100 cars this month. Did you hear that? This is how we bought 100 used cars this month, not from the auction.
Vehicle buying centers. They're
There you
literally
go.
setting up their own vehicle acquisition warehouses to start filling their inventory rather than just relying on standing in a lane at an auction. It's completely changed. And you know they have a need for transportation. And these are your random dealerships that have changed the way they do business.
Right. So this is interesting. So here's John Larrick. This is interesting, right? So I had a bunch of trucks. I stayed within about a 300-mile radius. I occasionally might get outside that. Preferred about 250 max. This wasn't a topic in my day. It wasn't a topic in your day, John, right? You still have your trucks, but we didn't ever talk about this short mile stuff. So one of the interesting things I've learned talking to brokers is the short mile stuff is a pain. It's really, really difficult for dispatchers and for brokers. Anything short mile, and I'm saying under 100, right? It becomes very difficult and time consuming for the broker, the dispatcher, and if you add the carrier, now you've got 3 people trying to move a lot of stuff in a short distance really, really fast, and nobody really wants to mess with that because we need a break. So what I've been telling a lot of guys is if you can figure out what I'm talking about in your neighborhood, there's opportunity to go buy rollbacks, 2-car rollbacks all day long and bang this stuff out. And everybody in this show should know, definitely our repo people and our tow truck guys know, tow trucks make a lot more money per mile than the car hauler guy. So something to think about.
All right. Keep going with the calendar. This is good stuff.
Well, now you're back in charge. NADA
okay.
is January.
So NADA is January. That's right. End of January is NADA. That's going to be a big one. Now, let's talk about NADA for a second. Because, NADA, what are you guys talking about? Why are you talking about
January.
Yeah, that's right.
What? January what?
January, okay. It is January 26th.
26, okay.
To the 29th in Dallas.
To the 29th. Okay, now just before I'll let you talk, I just want to tell everybody this is what you would call like the Super Bowl of conferences.
It is. This is the Super Bowl.
It's the Super Bowl, and I've never been a guy that wants to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's
so
too big.
I don't even really want to watch it on
just
TV.
get to the game, guys. Yeah, exactly.
It's massive. But we're going because there's a lot happening there on the side.
In the world of used cars, and we're talking, Ty, where do you find cars?
Where do I find cars? I find cars at the dealer's lot or the auction.
That's why everybody's at NADA. National Automobile Dealers Association.
Yeah.
NADA. And these guys are so big that they have a legal arm to make sure that there's enough pork. Okay, I'm speculating now. But I'm speculating that they make sure there's enough pork in the Inflation Reduction Act, etc. Okay? I'll stop there. I'll stop while I'm behind. Okay.
Yeah, you better.
But that's just the legal. This is one giant organization. Yeah, I had better. Hi, we're here to talk to the ATI guy.
We have been walking on some thin ice tonight.
Dude.
Super thin, dude. Wow. I think I heard it crack.
Oh, man. Exactly. What was that? I just heard my fence break. Okay, so
it was the hood of the car from the top of the deck coming out. The hydraulic line broke.
But every company worth their salt in the dealer space goes to NADA, and they go all in. I mean, giant booths and all this stuff. What's great about it, and we're not saying you carrier one truck go there. What we're saying though is stay connected to us. Because we go there on everyone's behalf to try to cover and share and learn. And we really, NADA is one of those shows that I always refer, when I refer back to stuff I learned it at NADA.
Yeah, or
Used Car Week, anyways. Yeah. But so NADA is a big one, and you'll be there in Dallas at the end of January.
January, okay. You've got the plane and hotel. That one's all square, right?
That one's all squared away. Yep, we got hotel, plane,
Pass it. We're going. That's Rapid Recon. Rapid Recon.
Yeah,
thank you.
exactly.
And,
And I need to
what
follow
was the other
up.
new?
But Rapid Recon, yeah, we're going to essentially be with Rapid Recon for that show, which is cool.
Okay.
Really cool.
Yeah, we like Rapid Recon. Talk about them a lot.
March car conference.
January, February.
We don't
March.
have anything in February, which is great because I want to ramp up to March car conference. I want to see if we
March.
can take advantage of a booth opportunity there.
March what?
Well, you're welcome, man. Awesome. So it is March 28 through 30 in Vegas, car conference.
Okay, Vegas.
Now,
yeah.
Car conference is different. So NADA is all about dealers and Super Bowl.
It's a lot of bling bling. Think of bling bling.
But car conference is more about auto remarketers. Uh-oh. What'd you say? What's that consignor word you guys keep using?
Ooh, that's music. That's money. That's gold. I love it.
Consigners have lots of cars. They need sold at auction. Who's going to transport it there? Who's going to transport it from there? Make friends with consigners.
March, and yeah. So if I were gonna, so we'll keep going, and then when we're done, we'll go. Okay, for the guy maybe that might want to go to 1, might want to go to 2.
Now, car conference is actually something that a growing business might want to check into.
Yeah. That's where I came up with this idea. Car conference, because
NADA,
we've got some really good friends there too.
Car conference,
really good friends.
Yeah,
really
car
good
conference
friends.
is intimate enough, and if you hang with us, yeah,
we know some people there, quite a few. So put a happy face and a star by car conference March
end of
28th through 30th.
And we're going to try to have a little booth.
And you're going to be going to that one. You're only going to 2
I'll
now,
be there.
right?
Yeah,
So you're going to be at that one.
I'll be at car conference. Yeah.
Okay, that's a Ty and Jay. So you might want to put that in your calendar. Something to think about.
Jay. Yeah, actually, this is a really good idea because if you were going to put a conference on your first half of 2023, car conference, Vegas, and it's Vegas. Yeah, that's a great idea. Well, I'm moderating a panel. You're hosting a workshop. I mean, oh my gosh.
What's the name of my workshop? Transportation Dumpster Fire?
Yes. That's the working title, but yes, I think it is.
Yeah, the working title, Transportation
Dumpster Fire.
Okay, that's March. So if you guys are paying attention, one more time, December 12th through 16th, we're going to be in Jacksonville. If you're in the Jacksonville Seaport Service neighborhood.
Yeah, if you're going to be anywhere near Jacksonville, December 12th through 16th, definitely talk to Ty. Yeah,
417-483-2764. I'll be in Kansas City the 8th. That's just probably going to be a day kind of a deal. Skip that. We can give you some questions. I wrote it down, so we'll try to give you an update on that. January, NADA, happy to go. Love Rapid Recon.
By the way, you know what? Good point. New car dealers are at NADA. That is a good point.
Yeah.
It's all gone hybrid and nuts and mixed up, but you are on the right track. Yeah. If you're a franchise, if you're an independent car dealer, you're at NIADA. Which we'll get to. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So far, as we're going through the list, Ty and Jay will both be at the March 28th through 30th car conference, and we don't know the attendee fee yet, but we can get that if you're interested in call us. We'll help you out if you want to maybe show up at that.
And we might be able to, maybe we can swing something. Maybe we can get a few free passes, maybe. And good point, Carvana is using 2 car haulers, which is why the war on wedgies is a waste of time. Don't do it.
That's right.
I said it. Next and I don't care anymore. The guys on Facebook, they're in a different.
But I'll tell you, the 3-car wedgie guy still is in a bad position because the 2-car rollback makes more money than the 3-car wedgie. Sorry, I said it out loud.
Wow.
Yeah, still got a problem here.
Again. Yikes.
Yeah, oops. Okay, next conference. January, NADA, March, car conference.
Okay,
next.
April is Auto Intel Summit in Raleigh. Now, if you're if you're more like a software guy, this is a maybe. Auto Intel is for finance, software,
There are dealers there, though, dude.
Well, there's everybody. I mean, it's a really good conference.
It's quaint, very quaint, very cozy.
But it is not. It's the opposite of Mid-America Truck Show.
Yeah.
Okay. It's briefcases and ties and scones.
No, you can go at least a jacket. You can get by with a jacket, sport coat, and a shirt.
I know, but I mean, even when I tried to talk to some of the guys in the elevator,
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you drive a truck? What? Transport?
Trucks.
April what? You got a date on that? Auto Intel?
I think, but it is a great conference, and that's Cherokee Media. Joe was saying the dates on the show.
Sure.
Joe said it last week, and it's like mid-April. Let me see
if I wrote it. 23rd. I'm going 23rd for some reason.
Yeah.
Surely would be. Oh, they don't have it on the website yet?
Nah, they got updated. I think it was like
May.
I think it was in the teens.
May, we're going to try.
Is Digital Dealer Tampa.
Okay, what's the date on that?
Finished Vehicle Logistics California.
Finished Vehicle Logistics. And
Digital Dealer Tampa is May 2nd and 3rd. That's a short one.
Whoa, that is short. I wonder if Paul Machine will get to go.
And Digital Dealer Tampa, for like if you're a growing business, I wouldn't worry about it, right?
No.
Yeah.
It was a great show, but no.
And Finished Vehicle Logistics Huntington Beach is on the 9th of May, and that is Money City. You've got to.
Oh yeah, well that's OEM.
That's cool, and that's global.
You're
right?
wanting to go.
Right.
No, that's the. Look, read it real quick. I think that's the American version.
Finished Vehicle Logistics North America, Huntington Beach, California.
Yeah.
OEMs, global.
OEM City.
Money. Yeah, but if you are trying to build your OEM contracts, although I tell you, so let's talk like CRC Transport. They go year after year.
Yeah.
They have a booth. They bring like 6 people. Is it paying off, do you think?
I believe so.
Is it?
Yeah. So I think their problem might be drivers, maybe. I don't know. But it makes a difference. Well, now they're spending some money. I wouldn't go and put a booth. I mean, unless you got money. If you got that kind of money.
Point. Okay, this is it. This is Trade Show 101. Don't think you need a booth. Just
not your first time. If you're just first time, just show up. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you can pay us to go with you.
Nobody tells you that. Don't get a booth.
Show you
just
how
go.
Be an attendee.
Be an attendee. Don't get a booth. Yeah.
And maybe not even your second time. We can talk about it more later.
Yeah, probably not.
So one of the cool things.
Well, now you're stuck in a booth, dealing with everybody trying to avoid your eye contact. You don't want that.
No.
And you're spending out the nose for that. No.
Yeah. So one of the things that Jay and I are learning, guys, because of advertisers, because of our life experience, this is what we're talking about is actually marketable. Like we can help you get to where you want to go. We're figuring it out. So it's a lot of fun. Okay, we got Digital Dealer.
Jeff, I got to read. Jeff Watt said, didn't mean to crash the call, but what you witnessed was the transportation company arriving at the dealership, getting 5 cars to a physical auction before your call ended. Sorry to crash the call. I'm going to read it again. I like it. I like the words he used. Jeff says, didn't mean to crash the call, but what you witnessed was the transportation company arriving at the dealership, getting 5 cars to a physical auction before your call ended. Sorry to crash the call. Oh, that's interesting. We're going to keep going. I just had to read it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're into, did you have anything you wanted to add there?
We got May knocked out. We should be moving into April now. So
April?
January. Yeah,
no. We got.
I think we're done with May.
We did.
Finished Vehicle Logistics.
So now we're going into June. We think we don't have these. We don't have the info, but we think IARA and NIADA are both during the summer.
Yeah,
we like both of those.
Well, remember the very first time the IARA, and NIADA were across the street. Remember that?
Yeah, that's right.
That's where we met Kevin Lombardi.
That's right, they
Preowned
were
Auto
across
Logistics.
the street.
So they may have it at the same time do that again because they're pretty all connected there. And if keep your eye on that one, guys. If I was gonna, I would want to know that one.
Yeah, because if it's like Nashville or Midwest area,
Yeah.
this is an opportunity. Because I'll tell you what was neat about our live coverage
June.
at NIADA last month was that those NIADA dealers looked a lot like small transportation business owners.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't they?
Totally.
They talked
They
like
are.
them. Yeah, exactly.
They've been in business forever, though, and they know their
so
business
there's
really
an
well.
opportunity there to really connect with a dealer. Because dealers seems it's like an impenetrable. Dealers,
Well, yeah. So I would go. Yeah, well, it's fine. Let's look at the schedule. This is fun, and we need to somehow make a note to follow up on this as we go because really, we should have some of our gang members just meet us here.
Yeah.
But I'm the IARA, or the NIADA.
Or both, yeah.
For small, like maybe 1 truck to 5 trucks. The NIADA, IARA.
Well, and for anybody that's listening, when Lawrence joined you at Automotive Logistics, Lawrence is a car hauler.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure there were moments where he felt like, man, I'm having, I don't fit in, I'm not connecting. But he learned a lot too, and he did connect, didn't he?
He dove right in, man.
Yeah.
And he didn't need any help. Lawrence, that guy, he just jumped right in, cannonballed it.
Oh,
huge.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, whoa, Lawrence, hey. And he's over there rubbing elbows with the president of, I think it was Odessa at the time.
Okay. I'm thinking, so that's wonderful, man. That's wonderful.
Yeah, no, he's
good.
Done. But it can't. So if you, I'm just saying, if 417-483-2764, if you're trying to figure out, you guys at your conference talks got me interested.
Well, and that's what's cool is that we're your landing strip. If you watch enough of this show, you get enough of the words and the language, so that when you finally go to one of these shows, you're at least able to acclimate easier, because it's still challenging. But elevator pitch, business cards, and we dress up a little. You've seen the live footage. We dress up a little.
Sport coat, and you can get by with
that.
decent jeans and a decent shirt and sport coat.
But if you can get by. If you've got slacks, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's got slacks because they go out to get the Valentine's dinner.
You don't have
wear what you'd wear to Valentine's Day.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what was I going to say? Doesn't matter. Oh, NIADA. That's the one. So the cool thing about NIADA, this is great, guys. They usually have, each state has a president. So it could be like Missouri, MOIDA,
right.
Missouri, CO, Colorado, IDA, Florida, FLIDA. Get it?
So
whatever state, you can come.
That is really smart. Yeah.
I like the NIADA a lot.
Let's see here. Okay. Eddie just sent some photos here. Let's do this. This is kind of cool. Thanks, Eddie. Let me do this. Let's do share the screen. And let's do, what do we got here? Okay, Eddie. He sent some trucks.
That's Eddie. Woo. Nice. One car.
See if we can
It's at an auction. That means it's for sale, but I don't see. Hold on. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's the transport parking lot. Yeah. Is that one of his?
I'm not sure. Let me see if I can read the email again. Dealers have their own trucks. Yep, dealers have their own trucks.
Dealer, yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I guess, yeah. Okay. So that's one, and then we got
ooh, yeah, look at that. The 2-car rollback. That's the...
Ooh, car right home delivery. Look at that. That's what you're talking about with the T-shirt and the single car flatbed.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Give it to me. Yeah. It's pretty generic, right?
This is great. Thanks, Eddie. Oh, here's a 1-car enclosed.
Yeah. The old Ford F350.
Okay, this is the two.
two.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
wait a minute. That's not a flipper. Is that a flipper? I think that's a 3-car, right?
You might maybe squeeze 3 babies on there, maybe.
Yeah, but this flipper goes, does it? Or no, this lifts.
No.
No, doesn't it?
That lifts, yeah. I'm going 2. I'm just sticking with 2-car.
Yeah,
period.
still not that big. Yeah.
Well, from the back when it was backed out, that little
Right.
crack there, I thought that could have been a flipper, but that's just a pocket. We're okay.
Yeah.
Where
Okay.
your ratchet strap goes. I'm going 2-car rollback. I wonder if
here's
it's a Hino.
here's a
Ooh,
good
look
one.
at that. Isuzu, Hino. Those cab overs are a blast to drive.
Sheridan.
You can see everything.
Wow, this is great. Thanks, Eddie. That was awesome, man.
Yeah, give him the round of applause.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much, Eddie. We love that.
That's Eddie. On it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's finish up our conference schedule. Are we close?
Yeah, we're close. So now back to October, or in the fall, September, October.
Well, June, no July, no.
Well, we don't know.
August,
We're doing.
September?
We're saying.
Okay.
We're saying summer, IARA
summer.
and IADA, because we don't know which month. Which brings us into the fall. September, October. Digital Dealer Las Vegas is in October,
Okay.
and then Used Car Week comes back in November. Now that's the thing. What you want to do is if you're looking to do a conference, join us for March car conference. And then maybe IARA and IADA in the summer, so you're ready for Used Car Week 2023. That is what you want to do.
That could be a plan.
That's the plan.
Hey, and by the way, I don't know if we've said this out loud, but there's a couple of guys that have watched this show and went to a conference because we encouraged it, and they found me in the hallway, and now we're friends, and they're actually coming on the show.
Wow. That's cool, man.
So, and they're learning stuff, and you watch them. So I'm like, okay, just go talk to people. And okay, this guy's talking to people faster and better than I am. I was amazed.
Ooh, whoa.
Like, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Come on the sales team.
we connected with Kevin Parada of
That's
JP.
who I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Kevin's going to be on the show Friday with Mark Grodicke. Can a carrier be the broker?
Yeah. Super great guy, man. Would have never met him. He showed up at the conference. It was Digital Dealer, I believe. I don't know which one it was, but it doesn't matter. He was there, and then he came to another one. Excuse me.
Exactly.
So,
It's getting late.
well, the thing is that I'm going to say for the 2023, I stick with ATI. There you go. Doesn't matter who you are, what vertical you're in.
That is.
Because we're all going to figure this out together. And I'm not joking. Like, you might have some real serious competitors, but we're all going to need each other. And that sounds so corny. Gosh,
well,
sick.
it's interesting. Kumbaya, but every good carrier is needed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
man.
real, man.
That is real.
That is real.
And that's really what we're, so one of the things that I really appreciate about our new friends, some of these brokers, some of these TMS guys, load board guys, is they're starting to trust us, and they're starting to be transparent. They're starting to, Ty, we need good carriers. Can you help? And that means a lot to me.
I know it is. It's actually
To
really
Jay.
neat. And so this year we had a big year, I'd say, because we saw a lot of those things happen this year. Here's Chris Chamberlain just sent in his CarMax 2-car hauler.
Yeah, is that the International or the Freightliner? I think that's the International. I can't tell.
Can't tell either.
He sent a couple of those to me. Those are pretty slick. That's the
like
International,
that.
yeah. Yeah, not a bad rig. So, yeah, if you got trucks and you're missing out on some local stuff, don't go buy a truck just to go get the local stuff. Go ask the local dealer guy, how many cars do you move a week within a 50-mile, 100-mile radius, and how much does that pay?
John Larrick sent something in too. Here, let's see this.
Has this all been in the live chat?
Just now. I mean, yeah, this is John Larrick sent in.
Is that the mobile mechanic truck?
Whoa. Yeah, I think it is. That
different.
makes sense.
Or it could be a single car with a rollback. That's a rollback. I think that
Oh.
box rolls back and you drive up in it.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. I haven't seen one of those
Wow.
before.
Man,
That's
that
cool.
is heavy duty, dude.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Show me the truck again. Slide it over. Oh, I got it blown up. I'm sorry. Here. That looks like an International also. Yeah, that's nice. Is that one of his? Paul Miller? Oh, the Paul Miller different. He goes and gets his own.
Is that a
See, look at the
rooftop?
side. Here's what it tells you. Look, see the Audi, the Bentley, the BMW, the
Yeah,
Porsche.
so Porsche,
Land
Audi,
Rover.
Honda, Subaru, Land Rover,
Jaguar.
VW, Bentley, Jaguar,
Yeah, I'd say they've got a couple rooftops.
Chevy.
Paul Miller.
Yeah, dude.
That's nice.
That is nice. Real nice.
I haven't
Thanks,
seen
John.
one of those. That's cool. Yeah, thanks. It's an enclosed rollback. Whoa.
High end.
Ooh.
High
High
line.
end. So yeah, let's all stay in touch. We're all here to help. We're
Yeah,
all
man.
trying to get rid of the riffraff and do a better job. I think everybody. I think Paul, what you always talk about, the boats and the level of water, something rises.
The rising tide raises all boats.
Something like that, yeah. So I think we're doing it. I really do. I feel good about it too.
Yeah, no, it's pretty neat. It's a lot of work. It continues to be a lot of work, but got a couple here I'm going to read. Let's see. Eddie says the trailer is a Jim Glow at a large Ford dealer in Ohio. Origami Help Desk, ABC Always Be Closing, where ABC Always Be Closing, I have started to say ABP Always Be Pivoting.
ABP, I like it.
But both of them apply.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. Oh, and Origami Help Desk says you look like Pierce Brosnan. So we're going to
Who
make a
does?
Bond film next.
Who looks like
Pierce-
what?
You look like Pierce Brosnan.
I'll have to look that one up.
He was Pierce. Wait, I think he was a Bond. I think it was a James Bond a couple times. But,
Oh, okay.
Pierce Brosnan.
I'll
been a
check it.
while
I hope
since
he
I
was a
heard
good
that
guy.
Yeah,
Was
no,
he a good
he's
guy?
tall, dark, and handsome. You know.
As long as he's a good guy and
Oh,
doesn't run around killing all the bad guys.
no, smooth, drinking.
Oh, that guy. Pierce. Old Pierce
Tycoon
Bronson.
spy. Yeah, he was a spy. The
I'll check
spy
him
who
out.
loved me.
Well, November's almost over. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to shave it.
Nah, you
No
should
shave
probably
November.
keep it for Christmas.
Let's keep it for December. Okay,
Let's
deal.
keep it for Christmas. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Looks
really good.
Thanks.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah. Everybody for tuning in, saying hello, jumping in the live chat. Really do appreciate you. And Ty, man, thank you. Thanks for helping me put this show together and making it great.
Well, you're welcome. I really need to thank you because this is really what I want. I just want to just hang out with our gang, just kind of take a break for a minute. We've been running hard.
Man, we have.
And in running hard, having these big hitters on the show. I mean, I'm sure it looks like we know what we're doing, but sometimes it's learning as we're going.
It's not as hard to put together. There was that show. Oh my God, there's been some really nutcrackers. Oh my God. Speaking of,
nobody knows.
Man, nobody knows. Oh my God. Do you know that Kelly? Hey, we have Kelly Bianchi next Tuesday night. She's
Well,
gonna.
did I miss the meeting yesterday, or did you have that, or did we reschedule that?
No,
'Cause
we
I
haven't had that.
tried to check in.
Oh
Okay.
no, we have a prep meeting with
Yeah.
Kelly and Jamie, and when is that?
I for some reason had a meeting yesterday at 1:15.
Oh, no, it's Thursday. We're talking
This
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thursday. So you haven't missed it. I didn't think so.
Oh, okay.
Man, we got another. Hang on, I got another porn spammer.
In the live chat, where did it
Yeah.
come from? We've been talking too much China
Oh,
again.
probably. Yeah, exactly. As soon as you
COVID,
say-
China, government.
Well, and that's where
Ooh.
we had to say good and correct. Did you hear that news story? That, anyways, the Chinese, they're putting out a bunch of porn to cover up the protests. I mean, that's like some evil genius stuff. Like,
Terrible.
I know how we'll cover up the protests. We'll use porn.
You know how we'll cover up killing mass murder?
Crazy. That's crazy.
It's twisted, dude. This world's twisted.
So
Stay
twisted.
grounded. Pray a lot.
Yeah.
If you don't know God, I really recommend you
Yeah.
get to know Him.
Get to know him a little bit.
I would look into that.
Yeah. Don't
Something to
go
consider.
overboard. Don't go hug the whole congregation your first night.
Maybe, maybe not. Just think about it.
Just
We'll
saying.
start there.
Learn a few songs.
Yeah.
You know, try to do a
Maybe
little
break the old
singing
Bible
along,
out. Dust
but-
off the old Bible.
But
a
don't be
little
doing backspins first night.
bit. Don't be handling venomous snakes.
'Cause
Watch
you
out for
will
those.
never
guys.
get out of the parking lot.
You're stuck. Yeah. No. Anyway, it's good. Good show. Thanks,
Yeah,
Jay.
man. Thanks so much. I really appreciate you, buddy.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Have a good night.
Thanks everybody.
All right, man. Okay, he's out of here. Let's just do this. Let's do a quick wrap up. I want to thank Rapid Recon, Preowned Auto Logistics, Superflow Systems, McCollister's Transportation Group, Ship Your Car Now. I want to thank everybody in the live chat. Thank you so much, Ty Thompson, for being my co-star tonight. Mark Grodicke, Superflow Systems, Chris Chamberlain, also for the super chat. I really do appreciate everybody. Guys, thank you so much for making ATI Auto Business what it is. Without you, it just wouldn't be. I don't even know what it would be. So this is a community, and we are trying to help raise all ships with the rising tide. And if you feel like, if you feel disconnected, reach out to us. Call Ty 417-483-2764. And if you find yourself like, wow, this isn't working, I don't know what to do, I don't know what's happening, call or text Ty. I mean, you know, he'll give you the medicine. He will give you the medicine, and you'll thank him for it. So let us know how we can help you. If you are interested in participating in this content, being an advertiser, got an idea for a show, send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. Sure do appreciate all ideas. It may not exactly be the answer you're looking for, but, well, we're running a business too. So thank you so much, everybody. Here comes the car hauler. Stay safe. Good night. Please do join us again. Please tune in Friday on Cars on the Move. We're not going to do live carrier advice tomorrow. Things are too busy. I already texted Brian. We'll be back on next Wednesday. We'll see if we're doing a Thursday dispatching live show. I got to check in with Sue again. But we will be back Friday. Can a carrier be the broker? Join us Friday here. In fact, I'll tell you what. Let me make this easy for you. I'm going to put the link in the live chat. Can a carrier be the broker? Friday. There it is. Friday in the live chat. There's the link. Hit that link. Set your reminder. We'll see you Friday at noon here on ATI Auto Business. Thanks, everybody. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon. Peace out.